Welcome back to That Thursday Night Thing. I'm your host, Mr. U. We are in the moment. The first round of the NFL draft is officially upon us. Within maybe a few minutes, we should be seeing that first pick being made, presumably Cam Ward, but we're going to have some fun with this. We are going to be live for the entire first round. I'll be real with you. If I'm doing the majority of the talking, there's going to be some pauses. I'll be taking some notes, jotting some things down, listening to you guys' comments and questions and trying to answer those. So I am not going to try to talk for the next 3.5, 4 hours. So we're going to just be a presence here to make sure that we kind of cover all the things that are going to be taking place during the NFL draft. We got it on in the background. It's not muted tonight. We're going to have that. We can kind of hear that as well. And this is our first time doing this, so thanks for being with us. We're going to have fun with this and see where it takes us. To all my friends out there who are doing the same thing tonight, having their live draft specials and doing their stuff on their networks, congratulations for stepping out and doing this as well, and hope it all goes well for you there. We're going to just have fun tonight. So right now, they're just having a few discussions about Shedeur Sanders and some of the bad narratives that have been going on about him leading into this first round of the draft. A lot of that is totally true. I definitely agree with it. I think he's done enough to be at least considered to be a viable quarterback in this league. So we'll see how it turns out, but we're just having fun with it. If you have any questions or any predictions or scenarios you want to drop in the comment section, by all means, please do so. Sports guys in the house. Good evening, fella. Thanks for jumping in with us, man. Definitely appreciate you, man. Hope you enjoy the first round of this draft too, and love your comments and questions there. Drop them whenever you get time. Thanks, brother. Awesome stuff already. Let's go. Awesome stuff already. So there doesn't seem to be much of a doubt who's going to be the first round pick, but hey, NFL drafts has surprised all of us, even the so-called experts who think we know everything. We've all been shocked at some point or another. Is there any chance that Cam Ward is not the very first pick? You can answer that question for us in the comments section in the chat. Is there any chance he's not the first round pick? Or I should say he's not the number one pick in the first round by the Tennessee Titans. I doubt very highly anything's going to happen, but you never know. They have been getting offers and hearing from other teams, but they need a quarterback so badly. I think they have to do it. I mean, we'll talk about it a little bit leading into this first pick, but the current quarterback, the mayonnaise man, Will Levis, is still on the contract until 2026. And they didn't seem to like how things went with him last year. I think some things were just developmental, but then there was something you probably just saw that made them a little bit nervous about putting the future of the franchise in his hands. So now they say, you know what, we got to get another quarterback or get a veteran bridge quarterback. That didn't happen. They didn't get the bridge quarterback that I thought they would. So that told me that, you know what, they probably drafted a quarterback with the first pick. And here we are. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be Shedeur. So I think Cam Ward is going to be the pick, but we'll see. What's up, family? JC is in the house. What's up, fam? Good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping in on here. And any thoughts, questions, insights that you have, by all means, please drop them. Love to hear from you too. So thanks for jumping in, man. You know, so it looks so to me as though they're going to do that. They did make some declarations during the pre-draft that they promised they weren't going to pass on the generational talent. I think their new GM is making a pick, and he vowed that he would not miss out on the generational talent. So if you consider Cam Ward a generational talent, then I think that's what we're looking at with this first pick. But we'll see. I'll keep the volume down a little bit so you don't hear it blasting over the sound of my voice. But that first pick hopefully shouldn't take very long. It seems like it's academic, the way they've been acting, all indications. They already pretty aware of who they're going to pick. So we'll see what's going on with that. Shane, what's up, brother? Good to have you in the house, man.
What's up?
Yeah, man. So I'm just saying, it seems to be pretty academic that Cam Ward's going to be the first pick. I don't expect any drama, but NFL drafts have been known to surprise us. So you never can tell. So I don't want to make any predictions, but it just seems as though he's pretty confident. He had an interview with Kimmy Checks on NFL Network, and she asked him, how confident he was the first pick, and he made some movement with his eyes. I'm like, okay. He's trying to make sure he says the right things because he paused a little bit too long for my taste. So I think he already knew that he was going to be the first pick. So he just chose his words real carefully and then gave us the right diplomatic answer. So I think this was going to happen again tonight. So we'll see what's going on. JC's in the house. JC said, "We're going to drink and cry where the Giants picked Jackson Dart." Man, you don't know that. They could do a whole bunch of stuff. There's 3 quarterbacks in this draft they could potentially pick that they can pick probably at the end of the first round. There's 3 guys there. Those are not the guys that I particularly care for. I like some other guys that are late in the draft that I think are better fits. However, I don't run the franchise, but don't cry and feel so bad. You said the draft just started, man. Hadn't even made the first pick yet. So cool out over there, man. Take it easy. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna be better after this draft. Our team's gonna be better as a franchise after this draft. I think it's a guarantee for us. Hoping to join. All right, man. I'd love you to come through, man. I'll shoot you out the link whenever you're ready for it, brother. No issues. Yeah, man. So I think that I was talking about Will Levis being under contract to 2026. So obviously they didn't like some of what they saw last year. I thought there was some developmental stuff. There was some things that could have been prevented with O-line play and some other things too, but they must have saw something that scared them about him and they don't like him that much. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, okay. So they're going hard. I thought they were going to get a bridge quarterback, a vet, and they had 3 options to choose from, 3 or 4 options to choose from, and they only brought one of those 4 guys in for a visit. So they were already content with the idea of picking a quarterback with their first pick, but I guess Levis is on the way out tonight. He's going to be the death nail after this pick gets made. But we'll see, man. What do you think about it, man? Do you like Will Levis at all? You think he has the ability to be a starter in this league, or is he just not it?
I think the thing that hurt him the most, Yusuf, is he found a way each week to find a new way to get a turnover. It's like butt fumble number 2. It's rolling on the ground, throw a pass. It's when he makes mistakes, they look catastrophic, and I think that's what hurt him the most. I think he's another one of those guys where you go to the combine, you look at his body, and they said like, oh, he's strong, he's muscular, he plays quarterback, he's a white guy. We're gonna start him, and I think that fell apart for him.
He's a white guy.
You knew in Tennessee, I think that does mean something because look how fast they ran on Malik. He had a good year as a backup in Green Bay, and they rolled on him right away. They didn't even give him a full year really to play.
Lady Alpha's in the house. What's up, lady? Thanks for joining us. Hope all is well with you and yours. Glad to have you in here. Can't wait to hear your insights, especially on the picks coming up soon. All right, so Roger Goodell is talking. I got a question about that. Why does he hug everybody? I'm trying to figure out what it's about. Are they like friends? Him and the prospects? It doesn't. I feel like he's on the other side of the relationship. Like he's in management. So how was he friends with these? Just a weird random thought I had. Why does he hug all of the prospects? Taking pictures with their jerseys, I get that part, and the hats, I get that, but hugging them, I'm like, once they start getting to negotiations with the ownership, y'all not gonna be friends anymore. It's gonna be a whole different relationship. What's that about? Just random thoughts. Oh man. All right, we're gonna have all of the pomp and circumstance. Let's just get down to this pick. Try to see if we can get out of here before midnight. Lady said, I don't have any insights. Oh, lady, yes, you do. You know what teams you like. You've been here with us the whole time talking about it. Give yourself more credit, girl. You do great. I want to follow up while I talking about Clay Matthews. I want to follow up about this Will Levis thing. Tell me what you think this is about with his play and the mistakes he's been making. Because I mean, they got guys that were probably worse than him that got jobs they got jobs immediately. And if he wasn't a starter, he'd probably be out there in that same boat. Why do you think he was making so many mistakes? It's just a coaching thing? Is he just not as good as people thought? What's going on? Because it's kind of weird to be at a place that was so projected to be so high when he came out in the draft to be looking like this. What happened?
Well, I think it's another case of, I mean, he sat behind people at Penn State, transferred to Kentucky, had one really good year at Kentucky, and really made the most out of, the combine. And I don't think his play ever demonstrated that he was up to the level of what he got picked at. I think that they thought he was going to be an all-around better leader than what he really has. But it seems like he's not a teammate's favorite either. Some of the things with the drinking mayo in his coffee and some of the other things where he started getting publicity before he even played. I think in the NFL that hurts you unless you're a guy with a dynamic personality where you're so much better than what they had at your position before, or you have just like guys love being around you and they're going to fight for you. If you're not that guy as a quarterback, it's tough. I think, especially in the NFL, because it's a business. They don't care if you're going to be okay, and they don't care if it's going to take you 3 years. They need somebody to be out there and ready to go from day one. And I don't think he ever had a group that was behind him. And I also think he came into the Titans where they were basically just disarming. All the guys that had been there before were on their way out, either through retirement or through trades, and he got stuck in a bad situation.
Wow. Kind of feel sorry for the guy. He was highly touted. Then we sit in that green room and you wait. Your name's not getting called. And then you're out here. You go to a team that honestly wasn't really prepared to accommodate you, if you will. Most high picks go to bad team. That's how the draft works. But man, I thought he would be they would take a little bit better care of him, O-line wise, give him some help. They brought Ridley in, and I thought that would be good. I mean, I like Westbrook kind. I mean, I don't have a problem with him or anything. I kind of thought that he'd be I thought he'd be a little bit better than what we saw, but apparently you're right on that. He just wasn't a fit and didn't look great. And here we are talking about replacing him now. So yeah.
I think Will Levis falls a lot as like what people are saying about Shedeur Sanders right now. Like you saw glimpses of talent, and I think personality-wise, there's a lot of GMs that are worried about him. I haven't heard any teammates that have really come out against how he is in the locker room and things like that, but I think that's a lot of what GMs are worried about. I think number one is his processing speed. Either it's because he doesn't want to make a mistake or it's because he doesn't pick up fast enough, but he holds onto the ball longer than any other quarterback in college. I think for him, he thought it was better to hold on the ball and take a sack than it was to get an interception, which you can logically get, but he didn't take chances when they're given to him, held on the ball, and in the NFL, he's not going to be able to do that. And then I think the other thing is they worry about him personality-wise in that locker
room. Yeah, well, if Cam was going to be the one that we think he is, that's going to be coming in, they're going to give him every opportunity in the world. Found out, I think about 12 hours ago or so, they brought in Tyler Lockett, which was a move that, I liked it. I didn't like it. I liked it for the Titans because it potentially gives their new quarterback a reliable person to throw to. I mean, his ability to get open may not be the same as it was before. The injury is probably catching up to him a little bit, but he's still a reliable route runner. He catches the ball. I'm sure he still has speed, or they wouldn't have brought him in. So I'm sure he still has that. I can't see it, but I can just assume there. Loved him in Seattle. I totally used and abused him in fantasy. I used him a lot. But so that they're giving him help. So they understand that Ward's coming in and they want to give him all the talent available to surround him with it. But this is weird because, you know, nobody sees this quarterback class as elite. So quarterback's got to be in the right situation. So here we are hoping for that. JC in the house. What's up, brother?
Doing good, Mr. U. Doing good. I'm watching. The Titans are literally on the clock right now. They're taking their time.
I don't see the point.
Yeah.
I don't see the point of taking their time. Shane, this is JC. This is Shane, man. Good.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Shane. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're waiting for. I mean, it feels like they already knew.
Yeah, I think they knew. It's just that they like the suspense. That's the thing. It's like they look at like
suspense is not doing anybody any good. It's definitely not helping us out. I mean, this could be a 5-hour draft, or this could be a 3.5, 4-hour draft. They're going to make a decision based on that. But yeah, I mean, everybody knows it's going to be Cam Ward, unless somebody's called him on the phone right now, trying to get him to trade down.
They lost
number
connection.
One.
That's the thing. No, they literally call Cam. We're like, hey, Cam, we're picking you. And he's like, do I want to go? Do I really need to go?
I think Tennessee would be a good spot for him. And Tennessee as a whole, the whole state is kind of on a come up. A lot of exciting things that happen in there. It's becoming an entertainment capital and different things. There's some good reason to be there. Growing pains for him because, like I was telling Shane a little bit ago, the O-line, I didn't care for what I saw. We can look into that to see what's going on, but for me, I thought the O-line was challenging. So Cam Ward's going to be seeing some of that. They brought in Dan Moore Jr. We talked about him, I think, about a month ago at left tackle. He might end up being one of the most overrated tackles that went in free agency. They gave him, I forgot what the deal was. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it was a massive deal for somebody who had.
I think it was like around $80 million.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it 4 years, $80-something million, and that's like when we saw it, we were like, "I'm sorry, what?" Everybody was shocked.
No, $82 million, $50 million guaranteed.
Yeah, wow. So Cam Ward had to deal with that part. I like Kevin Zeitler. I wanted him back on the Giants with us, but that didn't work out. But he got some work to do. So it's going to be a work in progress where the Titans are concerned. So we'll see what's happening with that.
Yeah. I just hope he doesn't. Oh my God! The Browns trade this. Oh my God!
You can't say, "Oh my God, we win a live draft."
Second overall pick. They traded the second overall pick. Dude,
what?
Yeah. Breaking news: Browns trade their pick.
Why am I not getting the bricky? You got it. You got it, Shane.
I got it from Ari Merrill. Like he got it.
All right, Goodell's at the podium. All right, no surprise there. We expected that part. Yeah. I'm not getting the news flash yet, though. I'm in here with Garofalo, but I don't see that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now. Okay. Ian Rappaport got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it from. Yeah.
Shane, you catching it?
Yeah, it just popped up.
Okay. Alrighty.
Going to Jacksonville.
So I thought the Jags were thinking about Genty Why did they go all the way up here? I guess they're not thinking about Gentry.
They're
want
probably
somebody
thinking
else.
about getting Carter, Abdul Carter. Hopefully, like the Browns are trading the number 2 overall pick, a 4th round, and a 6th rounder for the 5th overall pick, a 2nd round pick,
Mhm.
a 4th round pick, and the Jaguars next year's pick.
Wow, what a haul!
Yeah, yep.
They got so many things on their roster that they got to work on. I'm surprised by this, by this giving up draft capital. I'm shocked by this one a little bit. But here we are. So they're going to be on the clock in a little bit. That's going to change anything that the Giants are going to be doing. I don't think that played a part in anything. But now if we're staying at 3, we guaranteed either get one of the other guys, either Carter and Hunter, or we're dropping down. It's just not an impossible situation because there's been some calls to the Giants from what I heard too. So about falling back. I'm good with it. Let me fall back in the right place.
Yeah, basically that.
There's a certain part of the draft, there's a certain sweet spot, a certain cluster of 6 picks. If we fall there, I'm happy. We fall under that or over that, not thrilled. So I guess it kind of depends on what happens there. But here you go. The Jags received the 2nd overall and a 4th and a 6th in this year's draft. The Browns get the 5th, 2nd round pick, I guess, this year. 4th this year, and I missed that last one. I think it's probably a 2026. I missed it though. But wow. Also about the trade, Shane. What do you think?
I think Jacksonville is going to go for a Florida boy. I think Hunter is going to get the call now at number 2. So if I'm the Giants, I'm pumped because that Abdul Carter is going to fall into your lap, and you're going to be able to build a defensive line again.
Yeah, we gotta just keep on.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh God. It's either going to be Hunter or Carter.
I'll take either one.
Yeah.
At this point, we need studs that can give us some longevity at wherever they are. So I'm good with that. Hunter being in Jacksonville, I'm like, wow. I wonder if he's going to enjoy his time there. I don't like that landing spot for him, but just we'll find out how it works out. I mean, he's going to get paid eventually, probably get a 2nd contract there, but that situation at quarterback and some other stuff is shaky. And he under new management too. Doesn't exude a lot of confidence. But
for a guy though that wants to play on both sides of the ball, what other team can you go to that needs you more on both sides than that team? I mean, Jacksonville doesn't have a quarterback to speak of, and they don't have a wide receiver to speak of. So I mean, he's going to walk into some opportunities right there.
If I say the Patriots, would that be offensive to you?
No, because you know that I've said that before. God. There's no wide receivers on our team right now. We had to go.
I think that would help out there as well. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it helps the Giants too. It's not like we're just like totally set at both positions. We need help in both of those too. So a lot of teams probably fall in this category. So it's not. Matter of fact, the team that just picked Cam Ward, they're in that category too. They need wide receiver and quarterback too. A lot of teams.
A lot of teams need it. Jacksonville, they definitely need it because, like, I think Kirk is gone. Like, they have the kid they drafted last draft. He's pretty good, but like, they need more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a spoiler, baby. Let's go.
Hey, man. You can't keep doing that, man. Me, I don't know what's happening. I'm just sitting here on my hands, but I'm not giving you updates. Give me a chance to get there too, man. You kill me with that. Because I'm not getting anything just yet. But I see that the pick is in already, so they're not wasting any time, which is like good, because there's no need to waste any time. You know what you're doing. All right. So I already got the update about the pick, so You on ESPN or NFL Network? Where you at? Where you watching that?
I'm watching ESPN.
What about you, Shane?
I have ESPN on right now.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Maybe I can keep up with you guys. So I'm gonna go to ESPN. Right now, I was on NFL Network, and I don't know that's up to speed with what you guys are seeing. So now we're all on ESPN. So that'll help. Hopefully. All right. So their pick is in. Look at those Jacksonville for them. They're excited. All right, you see what it's going to be. They moved up 3 spots. They had to pick the litter for O-line. They could have got Will Campbell there. They could have got Genty there. They could have got a few different things, but they moved up to 2 to get somebody. How to find out who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's giving you a hard time.
I think if Travis Hunter's there, they're not Coach Travis Hunter. What does this man want to do in the stadium?
I'll be upset, actually. Are they on a bike? Are they on a bike or just regular walk?
No. Fortunately, they just walked out. If I were him, I would be a little upset about that.
All right.
He's at the podium.
Eric Armstead, I believe he was the one this year.
Let's see what it was all for.
I mean, a lot of people hold that award higher than even MVP sometimes. I mean, that's a great
Just
award.
say it, Brock.
The obligatory Duval. I seen that one coming.
I'm not sure if he's going to be
Say it, Roger.
but they're just making us wait a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Of course, we love suspense. This man.
All right, we're getting a speech before the pick.
Yep.
You know what else?
But I hate
Before the
most
pick.
of the, but I hate before the NFL draft.
Grow the NFL.
I was going to say poor decisions, but yeah, that too.
Gotta love the NFL draft.
The NFL is bigger
It's becoming a spectacle. It's becoming a spectacle, which is fine. But like all these ceremonies, man, come on. Just give it the pick.
On that, sir, we are agreed. See that card in your hand, Armstead? Read it.
Yep.
you love and you hate football.
Oh God.
You love and you hate the fans, your own fans.
All right.
Fans that go crazy for fans. You know what I mean? Football is literally everything about football. I think as far as building sports,
Oh boy.
the only thing that I think he really makes horrible decisions on is whenever
He looks happy.
Oh yeah. Patriots aren't getting
repercussions or suspensions and bias. Organization.
He's happy. Okay.
All right, who we got?
Where you at, Shano?
The second
What do you think about this, man? Besides the fact that
I think it gives him a chance to go back to Florida. I think they pick a local kid, and Jacksonville's going to try to market the living hell out of it to get something.
Oh
out of
yeah, they're gonna mark the shit out of him.
that makes sense.
They're gonna mark his. They're gonna be like, he's our
forget
wide
he's-
receiver and our quarterback, bro. He's gonna play both positions. He's gonna get injured by week 8,
Yeah.
but don't worry.
We'll
He's
see about that one. We'll see about that one. They gonna have to do a whole bunch.
Also shout out to Sports Force 100. Gabriel,
They're gonna have to do a whole bunch of stuff, man.
Also shout out to Sports Pulse 100. He is pissed right now. Let's go.
Wow. All right, so we're on the clock now.
All right.
I'm checking my phone legit now.
Oh my
Any kind
god,
of
I'm checking.
trade?
Yeah, I'm just checking.
I'm
too, that's the
looking now. What are we doing? We sitting here? Because Abdul Carter is the guy we got to take now.
Yeah.
This is not a time to be cute. We need to go ahead and take him. Elite burst. Chases guys down. He just got natural ability, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for them. Good for them.
It's some pass rush moves.
That is the better pick than
They can't be mad at this pick. That's what we're going to take.
Yeah.
Can't be mad.
As long as it's in Sanders, Dart. Like I personally want Campbell. That's because we need to fit that offensive line. Like I don't want to see Evan Carter as right tackle ever again. Campbell or Carter.
I'd be very, very shocked if we taking him that high. We drop down some, perhaps, but
yeah.
I think me and Shane talked about Will Campbell a time or two. But at 3 was a weird. We going down to the wire with our pick. All right, Florida boy comes home. Congrats to Travis Hunter. He is a brand new Jacksonville Jaguar. For those that
he's in hell. Oh, I got a spoiler. Let's go.
Hey, look, kid, quit messing around, man. You got a real spoiler or not? Don't do it. Don't do it to us, man.
I won't give it to you.
You should go tell us offline. That's different. Man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm just hoping the Patriots pick Gene Team. Come on, pick Gene Team. Kick ass on Gene Team with the 4th overall pick. Come on.
I don't think they're gonna do it.
I need to shit post about that.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
No, I want.
All right, lady. Well, thanks for jumping on, lady. Appreciate you. Sorry you got to go so soon, but have a great night.
Enjoy the light, lady.
Wow. Well, get the chances are that he's not playing with Shador now.
Yep.
People thought that he might. Don't see it happening because Trevor Lawrence doesn't need that kind of competition. He don't need that kind of heat. He had enough stuff going on over there without worrying about his job. There's a good chance they might play each other in the same conference. That could still happen.
Probably, yeah. But who needs?
That would be pretty cool. Suppose he does go 21 to the Steelers. That would be interesting.
In the same conference, not the division, but like still, it'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Man, we are chicken. Okay, the pig is in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness, Mike Greenberg is making me nervous.
Mm-hmm. Don't get Mr. You nervous.
I am already.
Mm-hmm.
And Dayball rubbing his hands. I'm like, oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
This is your job, Dayball and Shane. This is it. This is the assignment. All right, here we go. The only player in NFL history to catch 400 passes and intercept.
I think, maybe jump back into the second round.
Smart.
It's the right pick. That's the thing. It's the pick.
BPA.
Mm-hmm. It's the right pick. You need to fit that. You need to fit that defensive line. That's the thing. Like,
shout out to the New York Revival. My friends are out there in Green Bay at the draft, so they got that pick before they even sent to my phone. So shout out to you guys, man. This is good, man. All right, Abdul Carter. Here we go, baby.
Yes.
Dominant defense coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't know what's happening with that outfit though, but it's all good though. Look like Neo from the Matrix.
Giants, they had their opportunity here to get themselves a generational defensive player. And
wow.
I think they're going to run with Carter here. Let's just hope.
All right, so we didn't trade down, so now we got to see the rumors are true about us trading back into the first round. And for whom?
And I can still see faux pas around.
Let me ask you guys the question. This is so funny. Let me ask you a question.
All right.
Do you guys, when you see the draft actually happen like this, after all that we've heard and all the speculation, do you guys believe what we heard more, or do you believe it less?
I don't believe in the team, but I believe that's the right pick.
No, I'm talking about as far as all of the drama and the rumors and stuff. Do you believe it more?
It's not surprising. That's the thing. Like, this isn't surprising. Like, because a lot of teams are taking risks. Like, Jacksonville is taking a big risk in getting Hunter at the second and taking Hunter, but like it's the right move. But like, you're trading away your potential first overall, which if they end up being a disaster, could be a top 5 pick to the Browns again. Like, it's something we're taking, but yeah, like it could end in disaster or it could save the franchise. Either way, like it's gonna be fun.
Copy that. What do you think, Shane?
I mean, the thing is, like Jordan said, everyone's talking about Carter being the generational talent out of this. I'm surprised for Jacksonville. I think you could have saved some of that capital and really stayed where you are and still had a chance to get. I mean, you had a chance, truthfully, to get Hunter out of this no matter what. Because I don't know if the Giants, if Carter would have still been available, if they would have gone with him either way. So, I mean, like Jordan said, I think you're taking a risk with Hunter, but you get to publicize that it's a Florida guy, getting him to come back. And if I'm the Giants, this is another season where if things don't happen, there's a lot of guys that were in that picture that were clapping that are all going to be looking for new jobs next year.
Ain't that the truth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ain't that the truth? I think this was the right pick for us based on how it fell. Mm-hmm. If we were faced with Carter and Hunter, that's a question I don't think they might even ask me the entire year. I don't know how I would answer that. I think now that I'm sitting here now, I probably would say that I remember the defenses that were dominant that helped us to win those last 2 Super Bowls. We had guys like Kiwanuka and JPP. We stacked up defensive guys, rushers, and we had more than what we needed, and it paid off. It made a difference. We won Super Bowls because of it. So when I see this right here, I'm like, don't trade Kayvon.
Defense wins.
Bring Abdul Carter, and if we can get Walter Nolan in the second, get him too. I mean, let's go ahead and stack the defense and make it impossible for people who have great offenses to do well. Mm-hmm. We have to do that. I mean, look at the last 2 Super Bowls that we won. They won on offense. They had like 17 and 21 points, respectively, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was the defense that won both of those. Mm-hmm. I think Eli was clutch. I'm gonna keep on raising Eli's profile. I think he was clutch. But the defense is what won both of those Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. So we need to get back to that. If they want to keep their jobs, this is the best they can do. It's to stack the defense, make that defense impenetrable, make it impossible to get around, make it elite if possible. And that gives them the best chance to at least survive another year at the release.
Exactly.
Or finish their contracts. Going for the flashy guys, it's a horrible idea. So to Shane's point, if I had a choice between Carter and Hunter, I don't think I'm going to pick Hunter.
Yeah.
And I watched almost every Colorado game that there was last year. They played out here locally for some strange reason. I'm nowhere near Colorado, but they kept playing that game constantly every single day, every single Saturday out here. So I saw all the Hunter I can imagine seeing.
Yep.
I'm going Carter still.
And that, pictures on the plot. Come on, draft Gene team. Come on, piss your fans off.
Well, one of the longtime fans is right here in this room, and I don't think Shane wants to have.
Not you, Shane.
He's here though. You're talking to him. You're talking to the past fan, and he's there.
I'm talking about Gabe.
Cool. But Shane, you're up next. I doubt you guys are going to trade out of this pick.
Yeah,
what you thinking here? Who do you like here?
Yeah, I think if that Jacksonville trade didn't happen, I think they probably would have tried to drop back here. I mean, everyone's still been talking Campbell no matter what.
Yeah,
They say like low grade.
you have to get
If
Campbell.
he doesn't work out at tackle, then you can still play him at guard. You need help either way. I mean, when we talked the first time, Yusuf, before free agency, I thought that they needed a number one wide receiver, and I would have made a move to try to get somebody right now. But I mean, Jordan keeps talking about this. If I'm Mike Vrabel and I had a strong running back and a running game in Tennessee, if I take the top running back and say, okay, I'm going to work on the quarterback that's got a strong arm and play action ability. I mean, I think it would bother a lot of people,
but you need offensive line, Shane. That's the thing. The Patriots, their offensive line was putrid. It was bad.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Like Drake May coping. Like Drake May, like if you don't draft line now, Drake May's probably gonna get killed. Like he's not gonna survive next season. You got Michael Jordan blocking the air while Drake May is running for his life. Like it's gonna be bad. Like it's gonna be bad.
All right, I'm pulling up the depth chart because I want to see something real quick, Shano, because I know we talked about him a little bit too. If you're faced with, and you probably are because that's what you had 4 right now. If you're faced with Will Campbell and Mason Graham, who are you taking here?
See, for me, I don't mind pairing up Mason Graham. You already made a big run on defensive line and free agency. You know, you watch Michigan football, Yusuf. The two
Yes, sir.
guys that are top in there with Mason Graham and with Johnson at defensive back. I mean, those two guys are premier talents. And I think that Johnson, like, yes, they're going to play Hunter at corner and wide receiver, but Johnson was the best corner in the draft. And I think it shows there. And I think with Mason Graham, if you put a guy like him in the middle and you want to build that whole defense up, that helps them too.
All right. Well, your pick is getting ready to come up.
To you, boy.
Wow. That's who you got. Feeling good?
The one thing I like about him is that when people started questioning this, he said to him, like, I've been playing in the SEC for 4 years, and nobody gave a damn about my arm length until now. And then you measure my arms, and now all of a sudden I can't do the job that I've done all this time. I like having a guy like that that's going to be in the locker room. And like I said, I still think he's a guard. I think he's underweight. You know, if you look at his size and he's only 319 pounds, he's got pretty good feet, but I wouldn't be surprised if he kicks inside, you know, during his career. But if you move him inside and he plays great for you at guard, there's more than one offensive line position the Patriots needed. So I think it's an okay pick. I don't like doing this high for him. I don't think he was light years against every other tackle option.
It's a good pick. Like it's a solid
6'5",
pick. You need an offensive line, but like it's still.
I wish you guys can move Mike Onwenu out of there because I think he's a liability. But that's just my personal thought about him, though. But yeah, Will Campbell, he might figure out the guard, but you guys got a real good talent, man.
Yeah,
they're showing some of his state right now too. So talking about his hands and wow. Vrabel's gonna have a good time with him. He knows what he's doing. That's awesome, man. Good pick, brother. That's a good pick, man.
Yeah, it's a good pick. It's a desperate pick. That's the thing. They needed him.
It's not a desperate pick. They had 4.
Yeah, exactly. Like they definitely need an offensive line.
All right. They need like Shane said, they need a whole bunch of other stuff too.
Exactly. That's the first one they get.
The quarterback situation. I mean, their main guy ain't been logging a lot of games, and he would be the number one. I guess I'm going to call him elite, but they're really high on Gonzalez, and he hasn't played a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
So they need help. I'm not saying get Will Johnson there. That's just me. That's just a Michigan thing. That's just me. But I'm not saying that Will Campbell's a good pick, man. That's not. I think it's just smart. I think it was basically a BPA right there, basically.
Yeah.
Getting John to make the Pats fans Genty. I keep mispronouncing his name. My bad. Getting Genty would make the fans go crazy, but it's not the smart move.
It will piss people off. That's the thing. Like
maybe. I mean, right now they got Stevenson he wasn't fully healthy last year either, so getting somebody to push him that ain't a bad thing. That's a thunder and lightning combo most teams want to have, and Gibson doesn't give you that. Unfortunately, we tried that experiment in Washington, and it's just not working.
Yeah.
So fans can't get mad about Genty if they had taken him there, but Campbell's the better pick, man. It's better for them overall, so I like it, man.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love the pick. I love the pick as a pass fan because like they need offensive line help. Like they're trying to protect their franchise quarterback.
All right, so this is where the Browns are coming back up at now. The Browns got plenty of needs. It's kind of hard to know where to start. They got a lot of needs. They need a lot of stuff, man. I don't care what NFL.com says. They need a lot of stuff. So, but the pick's already in. They already decided who they're going to be getting.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't know who this is going to be. I actually don't have any idea who they're going to pick right now. It could be one of four different people. I have no idea. You guys got any thoughts on who this pick is going to be here? Who do you think?
I got like a spoiler, but like it actually kind of fits. It actually fits a need. It actually fits a need.
What?
Graham. Isn't Graham?
Oh,
that's a good pick. That's the thing. Like it's a good pick.
Hate to have him in Cleveland, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him nowhere near any kind of Ohio State chicanery. I don't want him in that kind of situation. But if they take him, though, they're getting a heck of a player. He probably is the best Michigan player in this draft overall to me. And I love Mr. Coastal Loveland, but
good.
This is a really, really, really good player, man. He doesn't do pretty much anything bad, really. He's good at all of this stuff. So here they are. They relaxed. Look at them. They got it in the bag. They already know what they're going to do already.
I wouldn't want to have to block him and Myles Garrett. I can tell you that.
In that AFC, they need to have all the studs they can get.
Yep, AFC North football. It's ground and pound, man. Like
their defense has been top 5 of the past few years, so they're good at doing that. The offense is the problem. All right, here we go. Ooh, Jordan hit it. Go blue. I'm excited for him. Look at him. He's like, I'm going to Ohio. He's not happy about that part. You can see it all over his face. Yeah, you're going to be in Ohio. Just remind folks about the championship. They'll back off.
Yep.
Show them the natty. They leave you alone, at least for a little while, because they got one last year. So, wow. He's a good player right there, man. I'm excited for him. One of the most consistent players in the draft, man. Great burst, man. Move laterally, man. I mean, he's just got a great bull rush and all the rip moves and club moves you want. I mean, he's probably gonna see something right now.
He's a monster.
Never gives up on the play. I love this. Look at this guy. Look at this. I remember this one. That was Bama, I think, right?
Yeah.
Ohio State. Look. Boom.
The man's a monster. Look at that one. Boom!
Don't take no breaks, man. Full tank of gas. Always ready. He's always on go, man.
Yep.
I love that about him, man.
Yeah, he's like, get my way, boy. Get my way, boy. I'm going to that QB.
Big reason we got that natty was because of Graham, man. No question in my mind about that. They got an awesome player there. Congrats to them, man. Got to find out who's up next here in this pick. Oh, this is the Raiders, y'all. So they obviously ain't trading up anymore. They're standing pat where they are. Pinda taking Genty. So,
The Raiders have to. That's the thing. They have
they
to.
have to.
No,
Man, you know
they
what
have the
they
run
need?
game. Look at their run game last season. They sucked.
Have you seen their depth chart? They barely have players at most positions.
Exactly.
They have to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They can't even rest on the quarterback situation.
Oh God.
Behind Gino, that's it.
Oh. No, behind Gino is Raheem Mostert. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I loved him. I loved him 3 years ago.
Yeah. It was 2 years ago, maybe. Like, dude.
I loved him 3 years ago when he was with the Niners, but that's over now. This is a whole different situation. They need a lot of help, man. They need depth at tackle. They got one guard on the roster. One guard on the roster. Think about that. They need some help here. Didn't even know they had Jeremy Shin on the team. I didn't even know that. Got him at strong safety. Okay. Their defense is not bad. They got Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins. It's not bad. They got some pieces out there. They brought in Devin White too. Pete Carroll's running this show. Who would he pick?
I personally would love to see offensive defensive lines like
defensive line here.
Defensive wise like.
Who you like here, Shane?
And the better defensive backs like.
At six?
I think they go Gentry here.
Yeah, same. Best player available, Gentry.
Do you like it though? Do you like that pick for them though?
I don't, because I think you're putting a talented player in a terrible situation. I don't think just adding him to the Raiders is going to help either.
Yeah, Vegas sucks. They suck. Like, it's Vegas. Don't do fine with it, but like, God, they suck.
This is a toughie, man. Oh, they didn't take much time at all. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Wow. I feel like this is a Pete Carroll move right here. This has Pete Carroll written all over it. Is he seeing flash of the Marshawn Lynch or something? This is Pete Carroll. This is his doing. So Raheem Mostert's getting ready to lose his number one spot. That's about a wrap. Gotta find out how many. Can somebody find out how many picks these guys got in their draft this year? The picks the Raiders got. I don't remember the number. Somebody find that out real quick. How many picks these boys got?
Raiders have the 6, 37, 68, 108, and 143 just to get you through. They got quite a few picks this year.
Oh, okay. All right. They got to do a lot. They got to do a lot of different things here. The O-line that was a struggle last year.
Oh God, it was bad.
And even the guys that they projecting to start, I'm not sure how much confidence they got in them. They brought in Alex Kappa, a guy who I wanted to have on our team, guard from Cincinnati.
Got
him and paid him a good grip to bring him over there, but they got to do some other offensive line moves. They better do it because their division is not getting any weaker. The Chiefs are going to come back with a vengeance after that loss, and they're going to be up. They're going to be ticked. They're going to be building toward that. The Chargers are improving. I mean, the division is just getting better overall. So the AFC West is becoming a beast, and these guys got to try to find some way to compete. So I don't know if this was a move for that, but this is what they did.
Yep.
They compare him to Emmitt Smith. Is that what we're doing right now? Why are we doing that?
Who else are they going to compare him to? That's the thing.
Why are we doing that? Are they from the same school? Why are we doing that right now?
The runability, like his runability.
Don't do
I'll
it to that man.
probably do Barry Sanders by comparison. Like,
Don't do that. Don't even do that to that man. Don't not that either. Don't do that to that man. This is just totally unnecessary and unfair to him. Don't even do that to him. Put a side by side of him and Emmitt Smith is a Hall of Famer. You know how long he been playing?
Yeah.
Come on, man. They killing him with that. Oh, that blue field, man. I watch Boise State game just for that. I think it's so cool. It's still short side by side. Okay, that's the NFL comp. Emmitt Smith. Wow. You see that thing?
Yeah.
I'd be happy to be talked about Emmitt Smith, but I don't think they're similar players. I don't think the way they attack the line of scrimmage is the same. I think the other thing is Ashton Genty doesn't have Daryl Johnson as his fullback leading him through the way as the offensive line. There's an awful lot of Hall of Famers that were up front for Emmitt Smith too. No knock on him, but those Dallas teams were a thing of beauty if you wanted to run the ball.
Trust me, he's still sending most gifts to this day, probably. Trust me. Just don't question about that. This is not that though. I don't know why you're making this comparison. That man don't deserve all that heat like that so early. All right, so the Raiders made what some speculated early on in the draft process. So now we're looking at. So that means they didn't take Armand Membu. Okay, interesting. So he's gonna fall. The Jets are up next at 7. I feel like I got this pick down pat. I think I know who they're gonna pick, just because I just expect this from them. I think they're taking Tyler Warren here. Yeah. But they probably shouldn't. Membu probably should be a better idea because they have some issues. If you want to keep Justin Fields alive,
perhaps offensive line.
Somebody who has Membu's ability, it might help out. I mean, there's some things that he had to work on. I think. I mean, as far as pass protection, he's really good at that. There's some stuff against the run that he still needs to work on, and coaching is going to be a big part in that for Membu. But who do you guys think the Jets are taking right here? I'm still sticking with Tyler Warren because I just expect that from them. But what do you guys think?
I mean, if I was them, I'd move back. In all honesty, I think they need more help. I don't disagree with you on the Tyler Warren. But if I was the Jets, I'd be calling around trying to see who else everybody else wants right now. Because I think Membu is a good choice, but I don't know if that's the way that they go because it's the Jets. They don't. I mean, in all honesty, if you wanted to go top player, you could even go Michigan again. I mean, you could say, hey, look, we got a premier corner. Let's lock up the other side too. I mean.
I'm not against that. No, I'm not against that at all.
I mean, if you're bringing a defensive coordinator, if you're going to say, okay, let's shore up one thing, there's only so much we can do on another side, and they have weapons. It's just the play and the quarterback play didn't help them at all the last couple of years.
So Shane, let me ask you a question real quick before JC jumps in. Let me ask you a question, Shane. So from what you saw from Sauce Gardner last year, do you feel like he had the kind of year that will kind of propel him to greater things, or was it a mad kind of situation? Because if it was that, bringing somebody like Will Johnson is good for him. It's good for the defense as well to kind of show. But how do you feel about his year last year, and if they should bring in like a Will Johnson? What do you think?
I mean, like I said, I brought up the Will Johnson thing. I think you can never have too many solid corners that can play man-to-man in the NFL. The thing for Sauce Gardner is you have a great rookie season, and then anytime somebody attacks you, then that makes you look like you're not as good as you were before. But the Jets were a dumpster fire. I mean, teams knew that they were going to get a chance to attack, so in my mind, I think corner is the hardest place to play in the NFL. You have, quarterbacks that can throw it anywhere they want. wide receivers that are big and they're running a 4-2. I mean, it puts you in a bad position. And even the best corners get beat. Deion Sanders got beat. You know, like, and if that's your gold standard for defensive backs, if that guy gets beat, what are you supposed to do as a human? You know, how am I as a corner going to go against somebody like Calvin Johnson? You know, like those guys exist in the NFL. How are you supposed to stop a guy that's 6'7", runs as fast as you do as a corner? You know, it's tough in the NFL. They went Membu though.
All right. I think that's smart. That's the move that I would expect the Jets to make because they haven't traditionally done smart things. That's a smart move. Now, my question is this: now, who's the coach? Who's the O-line coach? Will he be able to help him with those moves against his approach against the run? Because that's what seemed to be the problem. They probably mentioned it in a few seconds, but that seemed to be the challenge that he had majority of his time in Missouri.
I mean, I agree with you on that, Yusuf. But if you looked at him last year, where they had Schaefer as their running back, and they ran the ball a lot more, he didn't look terrible in those situations. They threw the ball a lot more here, and I think that also made him look a little bit weaker in the run game than what he may have before. Because the year before, I don't think that was as big of a problem.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. High hopes here, man. It's all good, man. Because I'm not that I'm rooting for the Jets, but it's just good to see. It's always good when New York teams do well. It's always a good thing. So, and Membo's a pretty good. I've seen a couple of games with him, and not many. Didn't see a whole lot of Missouri games out here, but guess what? Awesome talent, man. The Jets got that. I'm excited. Of any team in the NFL, and over the years, the reactions of the fans to the New York Jets to their picks have become the stuff of draft day legend. I don't even want to know how the Jets fans are reacting to the pick. Let's just keep moving. Nobody can boo this pick. All those picks were bad. That makes sense. Those are all bad picks. All right, guys. I'm just ignore the Jets nonsense right now and get into the Panthers. They're up at 8 because of their situation and the amount of picks they have. That very high. They're going backwards. That they're going to be trading down. So they're in a place where they got so many needs, and Tyler Warren's still going to be sitting here. But also sitting there is going to be Jalon Walker from Georgia. Which of these two guys do you like for the Panthers? If not either one of those, a third guy, who do you like? What's the best move for Carolina here?
Yeah, see, I'm not as high on Walker as a lot of other people are.
Okay, talk about it.
I think even Jaleel Campbell from Alabama is a better overall linebacker prospect. I wouldn't disagree with you right here. If you're going to go offense, you get a quarterback's baby blanket, get him a tight end that's going to be able to help on the inside, a tough kid all around, and a pretty good athlete for what they asked him to do at Penn State. And like you said, they have a ton of picks this year. So if you're gonna go for one now and you think you have room to pick up anything else that can help you out later on in the draft, then that's where you go.
Yeah, not quite sure how many.
The biggest thing they could do is talk Luke Kuechly into coming back for a couple of plays a game. Get him out of the radio booth. I mean,
make that one happen. Jordan, who do you like to tell out here?
They need some defensive help. So
can't hear you, Jake. You're on mute, brother.
I probably think like McMillan, like for their offense, because Bryce Young has been improving. That's the thing. Like,
so
like for April overall, but like
okay,
if it helps with our offense, maybe.
So are you? So how are you? What's your approach to this? You say McMillan over a Tyler Warren? It just you saying this is a better player than Tyler Warren, or this is?
They're still I personally think they were like the same. They're like the same. Like they're in the same way. Warren can help the offense more, but they're mostly dependent on Chuba Hubbard having a breakout year. Like,
I think from a talent perspective, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. As far as a talent perspective, I think they got good stuff. They got a good problem to have at running back. They paid Chuba, so that means that's the number one guy. That's not really going to be disputed. Behind him, you got Rico Dowdle, who honestly, as much as I don't care for the Cowboys, I only hate them, But he had a fantastic year with them under the circumstances that they had going on, which was some issues at O-line and stuff and some other stuff, and quarterback injuries and that kind of stuff. So they got that. And they still got Jonathan Brooks, a top pick from years ago who had a serious injury, who's probably closer to being totally 100% now than he has been in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So you got a three-headed monster there at running back. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
But it's okay. But to your point, man, wide receiver, it's looking rough right now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling can't keep being the wide receiver one out there. It's like those days are coming to an end swiftly. And then Leggett out of South Carolina, what he showed last year wasn't stellar. It didn't help Bryce Young out with all the struggles he already had going on. So to your point, maybe McMillan is a good pick. It's kind of hard to ignore Tyler Warren, though. I mean, now their tight end room basically is some glut at the top of Tommy Tremble and Jadavian Sanders. It's like this guy changes the whole tight end room immediately. It's an immediate upgrade. And like Shane said, 30 blanket automatically for Bryce Young, who use all the blankets he can get. So we'll see how it goes, though. But she was one of those guys are going to be the ones going to be picked.
Yeah, that and like their wide receiver room is just God. Besides Leggett, like it's nothing special.
I think they're going to pick Walker here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they trust Clowney that much either.
Yeah.
What's the pass rush? There you go. Jordan got it right. They picked Ted.
Yeah, I gotta spoil a little bit. That's the thing, but like, so I get why they picked McMillan over everyone else.
I know a few folks didn't agree with me completely about McMillan, but I felt like I thought he was going to drop a little bit more than this, but he's still here. The challenge for me, well, this is good for Bryce Young because you got a tall receiver, 6'5". He's going to battle for 50-50 balls. I don't like his attack on the ball, but that's just a personal thing. I feel like he's not aggressive enough there and taking for granted his size too much. I don't care for that part, but this is an awesome talent right here. Helps Bryce Young out, and man, it's all good. So if he plays, and even grows even more than what his potential says, this could be a good one. He could be a long-time lifer in Carolina, man, and a mainstay, and have a great career there. So I give him props, man. He's an awesome talent. I just, what do you think about him, Shane? I know you not discussed McMillan before, man. What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah. I mean, I before the free agency, I thought that he wouldn't have been a bad pick for the Patriots because they definitely needed a number one wide receiver. I mean, he has an outstanding catch radius.
Yes,
my concern for him is he's not the most fleet of foot. So I think you need some guys that are going to open up the top for you. But if I'm Carolina and I have a guy that can catch and can handle that, then I think that's a solid thing for them. They needed all the offensive help they could get right now.
Yeah. This is good. Like I said, Thielen can't be the guy to try to keep leading this area. We need somebody else. And even on the left side, the guys they got there, they're going to need a lot of help here. So on the board is the Saints. Honestly, this can go so many different ways.
Oh my God! Please get Shedeur Sanders. Let's go. Oh my God, that helps. Get that.
So you mean you guys don't trust Spencer Rattler to take you on to the next level? You don't like Rattler for this? Oh man, who do you guys like for the Saints? I honestly have no idea. I really don't know. I have no clue here. I mean, they can't get Walker. They need help on the defense. That's clear. They can potentially get Shador too. They can take Tyler Warren because I mean, having Taysom Hill play tight end once in a while is kind of ridiculous at this point in time. He's not able to stay healthy. And back they got Jawan Johnson and Foster Moreau, and they haven't really distanced themselves from each other. So Tyler Warren comes in immediately. He is a playmaker for whoever the quarterback's going to be. Because Derek Carr is still not healthy from what we're hearing right now. So you got that issue going on. Bringing a quarterback into that mess is like that's cruel and unusual punishment. I wouldn't bring Shador into this mess. But the Saints need who they need. But who do you guys think they're going to pick here? Because I don't. They got a choice of 2 or 3 people. I have no idea who they're going to pick here. Who do you like? At 8, 9. Yeah, 9. Will Johnson, maybe? Put him alongside Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Could be offensive line. That's the thing. Like they just need
offensive line
because
it's not a bad idea.
Ramchek retired. That's why.
Yeah, he was going through it, man.
Yep.
The guys that they got, I mean, been watching them over the years, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it feels more like patchwork to me than anything.
Yeah.
But
they're just trying to fit they're trying to fit everything because they're in cap hell.
Yes, it's rough. See, everything that they're doing right now, it's like they're just building toward the future. It's rough out here. It's rough for the New Orleans Saints. So we'll see.
What they deserve because they literally tried this retooling, restructuring all the contracts. I'm like, it's not going to work long term.
They haven't handled their money very well. I don't really know why that is, but they haven't handled that very well. So there's that part. Who you like this, Shano? You want me to say who you liked already?
No, I mean, the thing is, like we said, if they're high on Jalen Walker, you can do that. I don't mind the Will Johnson. I wouldn't mind locking up a corner. I mean, the other thing for them, I also even wouldn't mind defensive tackle if you went like Nolan out of Ole Miss, somebody that you got a chance to see an awful lot too. If you're gonna reach, I'd rather have a guy that you had a chance to see an awful lot of.
Here we go. Picks in.
Yeah, I don't like that move.
Wow. Okay. Color me shocked. I think what you said about Jalen Walker, man, they must feel the same way because he's dropping, man.
I think people are worried about him off the field more than they are what he can do on the field right now for Walker.
Mm-hmm.
And surprisingly, Warren is dropping too. I'm shocked. I mean, I don't know about any problem with him off the field. He's dropping too. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but a lot of people after the first couple of weeks have said that Chicago might be a landing place for him.
Hopefully, yeah.
And they come up next, right?
Loves tight ends. Gives Williams another guy.
So I feel like the Bears, just because of where they are, I love what they did with their O-line. They brought in some incredible talent. It should produce some kind of dividends. But man, y'all don't think that they can do some stuff at corner too? Hopefully. I like Jalen Johnson. I think they gave him a new contract. I think he got a new deal. Mm-hmm. They brought in Kevin Byard too from Tennessee in Philly. They brought him in there. You mean to tell me that Will Johnson back there wouldn't turn up the heat on this? I mean, could you imagine? They need to have that playing Green Bay and Detroit and Minnesota. You need to have a short up defense for real. That'd be fantastic for them. It's been an Achilles heel for them.
If Ben Johnson wasn't their head coach in Chicago, I actually think that Colton Loveland would be a better fit offensively for him. But I think that with having Ben Johnson, I think that Tyler Warren is probably going to be a pick for him right now.
Yeah. I don't know how many folks are in love with Cole Kmet. I don't know how many people you can find that besides his family. I don't know who else you know that love him that much to pass on a talent like Warren here. So, man, he's just a big bruiser, man. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of separation, but when he gets the ball in his hands, he gets yards after the catch. He's great in the run game. I think he's even a wildcat quarterback option too for Chicago, potentially. All right, what did this Tom Fuller got here? What's this? This is the stuff I could do without. Just stop. I don't want that. I just want you to make the pick.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Look at all that buffoonery.
Buffoonery. Hey. She's a massive Eagles fan too. She's a massive Eagles fan. She can't say nothing wrong in this segment. She can't misstep, but they're gonna boo her out of this building. She better say everything right now. They will boo her right out of here. She won't be able to come back into the building. Thought she was getting ready to go there, y'all. You guys get excited about the schedule release? It doesn't do anything for me.
Nah.
I don't care. All we want to play, I don't care. We need to try to win as many games as possible. I don't care who we play. It does not matter at all. If people say we got an easy schedule, I don't care. If we got a hard schedule, still don't care. Let's get to the preseason for me. That's where I want to be at. Let's go.
Yeah.
Man. They came out here to talk about the schedule release. That's what they came on stage for. All right, this is the Packers rivals out here, the Bears. They're gonna boo this pick and the people out of the frame. Mm-hmm. The boo birds are already out already. Wow, they are booming like crazy already. That's right, bro. That's what you do for your rivals. It's funny. So, who we like here again? Tyler Warren or Will Johnson, maybe?
You're probably gonna be mad. You're probably gonna be mad because I got a spoiler for that pick.
How you got spoilers for these picks?
I follow some NFL insiders on Twitter.
We're all on Twitter, bro.
Yeah. No, I already got them fast.
All right. Oh, Mongo. My heart sunk when I heard that the other day. Then they showed him in the hospital bed. I'm like, why y'all showing him like this?
The fourth pick in 1975 NFL draft, the Chicago Bears selected one of Stevie Michael's closest friends. Walter Payton, running back, next pick.
Often circumstance. Any chance we get somebody that we didn't say? A surprise pick here? Is that possible?
Not only for his performance but also his commitment to give back to his community. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year award.
One of you guys is really behind. You guys not seeing Goodell talking about Walter Payton? I still hear the ladies in the background. Yeah.
Colston Loveland.
Yes.
Told you.
Yep. Colton, baby.
Okay. I'm a Michigan fan, so I'm good with that. Whatever, I'm good with that. But explain to me how he went over Tyler Warren. I'm trying to get that part because I'm missing something with that.
I think they like
Nobody
him as a blocker better.
Yeah.
Fair, because he's going to do that part.
The other thing is, and you know this, you watch Michigan this year, Yusuf. They didn't have a quarterback that got him the ball. You know, if he had JJ another year, I think he would have shown even higher offensive numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I think this wasn't a great representation of his ability. And this is one I know both you and I like the Harbaughs, but this is one that Jim definitely would have taken a run at him if he had gotten an opportunity to. This was a guy that he was all over in the recruiting and everything else throughout the years.
Or he would have if he was in anywhere in the next couple of picks, Harbaugh would have grabbed him real quick. Watch some of this tape, man. You guys can see it. I'm not sure if it's up for you guys yet, but I was in love with that man. Him and Mason Graham, they just did everything. I'm like, I didn't have a complaint about anything they did in every game. As a matter of fact, that man was probably our best receiver last year. Oh, the other guy disappeared. He went out on injury. It affected the entire team. That's how integral he was in the past game. Wow. Chicago. Whole Comet's job is over. You had just become officially a backup. You're not starting. You're not starting over Coastal Love. At least I don't think you will. I don't think you will. Wow, that's surprising. But yeah, I think you called it, Shane. Okay, that's awesome, man. So, I don't know what our record looks like so far, but I don't know how many I called right. Maybe just a couple. All right, so who's up next here? Oh, San Fran is up next. All right. That man's from Idaho? Wow, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I had no idea. I just know he was a Michigan bowler. That's all I know. All right, so the Niners are up next. He's from last year, a whole bunch of needs. Where do we even start? We brought in some guys in free agency. No real big name. They got our guy from the Giants, Jason Pinnock. I mean, he was okay. He was developing and growing, but he wasn't like a world beater or anything like that. Richie Grant's back there at safety. Are these guys bringing in a cornerback? Or are they bringing in an edge guy like a Michael Williams or something? What are they doing?
Potentially, yeah.
What do you guys think they're doing?
Oh.
I mean, I don't mind corner. We already talked Johnson a lot. I think Starks out of Georgia wouldn't be a bad pick. Bringing a safety for me there. I think they are looking to add to the defensive line, but I think they probably figure there might be somebody they can get later on. Because I don't think they look edge right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the guy. Do you guys remember? Oh, great, Jordan.
From the Niners, like they could get some hedge help, but like you need offensive help. Like the offense is just looking like very
Where at though? Where at?
Receiver because
Receiver.
Like you're trusting the kid, like you're trusting the guy that like literally got shot before you even play a snap. Like
absolutely.
Like
and Brandon Ayuk might not be healthy yet.
Exactly. Like
I get that. I get some of that. But man, for you to take a wide receiver here, you ain't going BPA.
Yeah.
You going straight knee to get a wide receiver here.
Yeah.
You're gonna pass by a lot of talent, like we talked about with the with Tyler Warren, which I doubt they're going to do. I mean, Kittle is like their guy. I don't know whether they plan to run a whole lot of 2 tight end sets and stuff. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Janae Barron is the name that could probably go there too. Wow, a lot of options here.
Yeah.
A lot of options here. I don't know which one they're going with. They need a lot of help, like you said.
A lot of help.
There's some guys on the O line, man. I love, man. They just fall. I'm like, this is so good. Hope they fall to us. They just falling and dipping. There's a lot of guys got like Wyatt Milam and Tabainea, and I like all these guys. They just falling and falling. I'm like, wow, somebody's gonna get a nice steal out of these O line guys. So this is gonna be really cool. Very good. Oh wow, the Niners up. Who are they taking here? I don't have a clue. Just ideas. I forgot all about Tyler Booker. Might be too early for him though. He's already in. These guys. Oh, brother. They're not ready to make the pick yet. Okay. That's fine. So good point, JC, on the wide receivers. I think they kind of need to shore some things up there just to strengthen that area. But I think they made a good bit of an investment in the O line. So I wonder if they're even going to try to make any changes there out of the draft. So that kind of just leaves like stuff like on the defensive side, really.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know where they're going, but I don't like Gross Matos that much. I mean, in Carolina, he was kind of rough to watch. So, a D lineman is like it's not a bad idea here. Wow. Wow. Stuck true to form. He's been mocked to them the entire year, basically. And that's what they picked. Okay. Niners took Michael Williams. Edge rush out of Georgia.
Yeah.
Nasty player. You got all the two. A day one starter. It's kind of hard to be mad at that pick. I don't know what's up with his outfit, but sound like a reasonable good pick. All right, no complaints here. How do you guys feel about this one? You like it? Like? Don't like? What do you guys think?
Good pick. It helps. It desperately helps their defensive line. That's the thing.
I still think I would have used this pick somewhere else. I don't disagree with the player selected, but I don't know if that's your number one grab out of this.
And who'd you like better again?
I mean, like I said, I would have probably gone defensive back here. I think that they did an okay job generating pressure last year.
Okay. Guy like maybe Janae Barron, somebody like that, you think? Or
I mean, number one corner, Johnson's still sitting in there. You still had safeties I think you could have pulled. I mean, you don't have Dre Greenline anymore. I mean, you could have brought another corner in to be with Wagner in there. There's moves you could have made that I still think would have been a better use than this. But, I mean, San Francisco, when they got rolling, that's what they had. They had a pretty solid defensive line. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. The Cowboys are up next. I say all this with as little bias as possible. They
Get
have a
someone
lot of.
horrible.
No. I'm gonna be as fair as possible here. I don't seriously though. I don't know what they're gonna do here. They usually make the wrong picks. They have needs at wide receiver, but I feel like this is not a good spot for them to do that at 12.
Oh crap!
They should be reaching for Matthew Golden here. If Chet was still here, Chet would have been their pick more than likely. I think it's almost a guarantee they would have got Chet if he was here. So hopefully not reaching for Matthew Golden. It's going to be a bad idea on their part. They got some other needs, even on the defensive side. So here's their pick.
After that terrible season, like they might need to go defense.
They picked Tyler Booker.
Interesting. Yeah.
I'm not sure what to say about that. I mean, he's probably one of the best O-line guys in this draft.
I think it's from Zach Martin.
Yeah, I mean, not sure you're replacing him, but I get what you're saying. I feel like a lot of the O-line guys are just guys, kind of like just Jags, you know. So maybe they want to have some guy that could be an immediate starter, a guy that got Pro Bowl potential, and Booker has that, right?
Yeah.
Size, he's consistent, great in the pass game. I mean, he can handle the pass rush. I mean, he's shown that. Excellent in the run game too. It's really hard to find anything bad about him. I mean, he does some really good things. He's shown it in Alabama, man. They compare him to Will Anderson Jr. Not sure if you like that comp or not, but that's the comp that they give him. You know what? That's not bad. I give our rivals some credit. That was a decent pick. I'm shocked that he was this early, but okay. So all them guys we were talking about, all pre-draft, they all just falling down the first round, which is a interesting challenge for somebody potentially. Dude, it's 6'4", 321. God. This guy's a mountain of meat. They picked up the 5th-year option on Kayvon.
Yeah. It's gonna be, yeah. Like some say it's a reach, but like, No, Tyler Booker, Tyler Smith, Tyler Gutton. A lot of Tylers in that offensive line.
Yeah. And none of them really stand out, but Tyler Booker will though. All right, so you guys got any thoughts about this pick, the player himself? If not, we could look at the next one up, which is the Miami Dolphins.
Could be solid. That's the thing. Like, it could work out great.
Miami Dolphins right now they're sitting.
They need offensive line. They need a lot. Like they need a new GM because Chris Beer sucks. He is ass. He is terrible. Like,
oh my god,
he's a legit like dunce that probably cost his team like year.
I'm gonna have to bleep you out. I'm gonna have to bleep you out after a while, JC.
Like,
I'm gonna have to bleep you out. But
dude stinks. He stinks.
All right, so the challenge here with that, I mean, I think the O-line thing is valid, getting offense. But they did that last year. They got all this offensive talent and whatnot, and they were the fastest in the league and that kind of stuff, and the highest scoring for a while.
Yeah,
and it didn't do much good.
It's just that Tua got injured. That's the thing. Like Tua.
Well, that's not all that happened, and you know
exactly. And also the defense just underachieved.
That's just one thing that happened. But this round about 3 or 4 really good defensive players. It's pretty hard to ignore all these guys. Mike Green is sitting there. James Pierce is sitting here. So don't forget about Tyler Warren. He's still there on offense. Jalen Walker, he's still here. Jahdae Barron is here. Will Johnson is there. I mean, they got some options. Excuse me. some guys that they can pick. So this is going to be interesting right here because defense is the issue that they've had and haven't solved over the past several years. So not addressing defense might be something that's going to be hard to explain.
Like you might need to drop like the defense because their defensive line was just like
Their
they
defense
need.
was bad. Period.
Yeah, exactly. Like they need help.
When they got rid of Christian Wilkins, it really was like, oh wow,
it exposed a lot of the run defense.
It was bad. So I'm excited to see what they do here, but you probably going to be in defense, like you said.
They'll probably drop your offensive line or just somewhere else.
We're getting ready to see. It won't take long, and we're almost halfway through the draft, believe it or not. So,
oh wow,
I think they're doing a good job of not giving us too much fluff. I've seen a couple of things, but not too bad. Not too bad. I thought it would be a lot worse than that, so this is good. Get through this first round, and then we start seeing some real GM work tomorrow and Saturday. We're gonna find out what's what.
Yeah. Probably. Like it's gonna be interesting either way. Ooh, I got a spoiler, and like they it's an issue they need to address. That's the thing.
Okay.
Kenneth Grant, baby, let's go.
And he's from Michigan, so I like him. But up here, I'm not sure about this one. But I like him though.
Yeah.
I like him a lot, but he. I mean, honestly, that's my team, so I watched more of him than most have. He was up and down a good bit. Definitely, it didn't show on a consistent basis.
But it plays your reach, that's the thing.
I don't know if it feels like they're reaching a little bit to go that place at this point in the draft.
Yeah,
but because I mean, I don't know how you pass on Will Johnson here. I don't know how you do that. Now, all you had going on last year.
Secondary.
Who you're playing against? You're playing against the Bills. Number one. The division might not be a big challenge for y'all this year, but you're still playing against Buffalo.
Yeah.
And the Steelers and KC and Baltimore. You can't just have Jalen Ramsey hoping he's gonna make up for what's going on in the secondary room. So I put Wood just back there quick fast. I think that's a smart move. I don't know whether they're gonna do it or not. We're gonna find out right now. I think Will Johnson should be the pick here, but we'll see what they do. All right, so their pick is in. You called it again, JC.
That it's the pick they desperately need. You desperately need a defensive tackling because God, their defensive work was terrible.
Don't see how the coach is not taking Tyler Warren here now. I don't see how. He's been mocked to them for a little bit now. He's been in coaching Loveland, so we'll see what the coach do here. But Great pick with Grant and and Miami. That man is humongous. He can run too.
Yeah.
He comprehended Dexter Lawrence. That's a
Ooh, that's a
That's
good. Ooh, that's a crazy
a-
comp. But if he pans out, oh boy, like it could hopefully it'll save their jobs. That's the thing. Like they're just praying to God that it'll save their job.
yeah. They're hoping for a lot. Sure. They're hoping for a lot.
Mm-hmm.
This has been a good draft so far. I'm pretty excited, man.
Yeah, it was a fun draft. It's been a fun draft.
Some of these picks are like, wow, I'm shocked people are falling. I'm like, wow. But that's what makes the draft fun every year, man. You just never know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And for all our viewers and listeners out there, thanks for continuing to keep listening. If you might want to jump in the studio with us, you are all free to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Just hit me up. I'll send you the link, and we can go ahead and go to work.
Mm-hmm. Hit the brother up. Hit
Ready.
the Mr. You up.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So the Colts are up next, and then the Falcons. I wonder if Cousins is going to be still a Falcon by the time the draft is over. The picks already messing around.
Boy.
They ain't messing around. Surprised me and not take Warren. Told you.
Tyler Warren, baby. Let's go.
That's a nice pick.
Great pick. Tight end game's gonna be crazy because their tight end game was just hit the core. Like it's just
your quarterback situation is the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
They're just hoping Anthony Richardson can legit learn and stay healthy. That's the thing. Like they're just praying for that.
I'm surprised they didn't bring in Flacco.
Mm-hmm.
Shocked at this.
Yeah.
Give yourself a chance to win. They got the emerging guy at wide receiver, and Alex Pierce. I mean, he was just really, really good last year under the circumstances. Mm-hmm. Josh Downs and Pittman, if he's back to being fully healthy again, man. I mean, you upgraded your tight end room just now with a guy that's definitely a stud, man.
Yeah.
He was considered the best number one tight end in the draft, man. So to get him here at 14, that's pretty awesome. And then you got Jonathan Taylor, when he's healthy, he's an outstanding running back. He was definitely leading the way last year. I forgot what his numbers were, but he had some fantastic numbers for them last year. Opportunities here, but that quarterback situation is rough.
Yeah.
I don't see how these guys are not going to be one of the teams taking a quarterback late. I don't see how it's not going to happen. I feel like it has to happen.
Some dummy's going to take Shedeur Sanders.
You can't trust Daniel Jones to be a backup either. I just don't see it. I don't see what they see. But that's me though. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. All right, so the Falcons are up. Who do you like here? Who do you like for Atlanta?
Best player available.
Best player available. Copy that.
That's the thing. You gotta go. Atlanta needs to go edge. That's the thing. Jalen Walker, they need to go edge. You can't,
Georgia boy.
Exactly. You can after last season, in which their entire edge rushing fell apart because they had to pay that Kirk Cousins guy $100 million drastic replacement. Kirk falls apart because he had an Achilles injury again. Great thinking, Atlanta. Great thinking. You're so smart. And paying a guy who came out of an Achilles injury $100 million. Smart. Like they need edge rushing.
You're probably going to bring Jaylon Walker in, bring the Georgia boy in. Bart's in the house, man. What's up, fella?
Hello.
What's up, my man? How you doing? No, I'm from Missouri. I'm saying
you guys know each other. You and Jordan. You got the name. Oh, okay. Okay. So you guys did shows together. My bad.
No.
Jordan, that's Barkins. Bart, it's Jordan, man. Fantastic show so far. We've been having fun with it, man. Shane was on for a little while. He had to jump off, but we're still here. We're still hanging in. See who else is going to show up tonight in the studio, man. We having fun, man. Picking this stuff before the picks actually come in. We're doing pretty good, considering. Not bad. I missed a few of them. I'm shocked by the fall of the draft so far. A lot of guys are falling that didn't think they would. My guy from Michigan, Loveland, went earlier than I thought. I'm just kind of shocked by some things, but some good stuff, man. So, what'd you like so far, Bart?
So I've just been I was at my son's game and been kind of catching up on the way home here.
How do you do?
Most of they won 2-0. You know what I mean?
Love
so got the dub.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shut out.
But I think Lovejoy is it Lovejoy from Michigan, the tight end.
Loveland.
Yeah, Loveland going to the Bears was, him being the first tight end kind of taken off was a little surprising. Obviously, the Jags, trading up to get
that was a big shock.
To get to Travis. Yeah, to Travis Hunter. I mean, what are the Browns doing here? Browns are going to be the Browns, I was surprised, really, the Panthers pick. I mean, I didn't have that kid being the first kind of wide. I know Hunter's technically the first wide receiver / but the next wide receiver, I guess you could say.
But they need help in wide receiver room. So
yeah, and they just drafted Xavier Legette last year. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what are they doing there?
That's not going well, though.
Yeah. So
that's not going very well.
I don't hate the pick, but I'm like,
I question that pick because people when somebody tells me that they're questioning this kid whether he loves ball or not, that's a big red flag.
Yeah.
Talking about McMillan?
Yeah, the kid that got that the Panthers drafted out of Arizona.
Yeah, McMillan.
Yeah, my challenge with him was that when you compare him to the wide receivers that we talk about in the GOAT conversation, they all have one thing that he don't have. Mm-hmm. And I talked about on different shows. They're all aggressive at the point of attack. All of them. Whether it be Moss, Rice, Megatron, T.O., all aggressive. He ain't aggressive. He relies on his size. And he said, you know what? I'm taller than these guys most of the time. Mm-hmm. I'm 6'5". I'm going to get a 50-50 ball. So he ain't aggressive about it. He just kind of relies on his size. It's like you're going to face a guy like for example, the guy that come to mind, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. A guy like that who going to fight you for the ball. Mm-hmm. He's going to handle that.
What do you think about your pick in Abdul Carter?
Love it.
That's the guy
we had to.
Mm-hmm.
If he wasn't there and Hunter was there, I'm not sure what we would have done. But when Hunter was gone, which I thought was going to happen with Cleveland before they traded out of the pick, we had to do that. It was fantastic. I was telling the guys early on, the last 2 Bowls were won on defense, and we had a glut of defensive guys. We had more guys than we need. We had Matthias Kiwanuka, we had JPP, we had Strahan, we had all these names back there, and we had more than we needed. And guess what? He won us 2 Super Bowls within a couple years from each other. So if these guys want to keep their job and Shane and Dayball, you better make sure you got a defense that can rival with the guys you got to face all the time, the Cowboys, the Eagles. You better have a monster defense. Make it the best defense in the game because we're going to need it. Because the offense may not be the best offense in the game, no matter what we do in the draft. But the defense, we can fix that. It was already developing anyways, and now we can fix it. We got a Debo back there. We got some guys that are got an opportunity at least to play up, like Banks. But we got some guys that we can work with. Our D-line is very good right now. with Kayvon and Sexy Dexy and all them. We good right now. So to add Abdul Carter to it, it's going to be a challenge for opposing offenses.
Yep.
So I hope we keep on adding on to that. I don't know what we do in the second round, but if Nolan is available, if we can get him, I keep it going. I stack that defense because we need to. But
I mean, obviously the fall of Shedeur Sanders, right? Like, I mean, I'm surprised that the Saints didn't take him at what, you know, they're like it. If I'm Pittsburgh, like you just like hoping he falls to you, or Jackson Dart or somebody like that. Right?
God, please let Pittsburgh draft Jackson Dart.
I didn't think.
Get the reaction.
Oh,
because it'll be bad.
JC, don't explode on air, man. It's bad for the ratings. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't think the Saints are going to do that. Especially quarterback early, late. Watch out for them. They might get one because to push Rattler because Derek Carr's not even healthy right now.
Yeah,
they kind of being quiet about it, but it's clear. You're not saying he is healthy, so he's not healthy. So they might get a quarterback late, but I knew they wouldn't take a Shedeur. I knew that. Now he might end up going with Tomlin and the Steelers. That could potentially happen.
Jalon Walker from Georgia, the Falcons select defensive tackle Jalon Walker. So he's
finally
they definitely need edge. They definitely need edge. That's the thing.
Georgia boy. That's a guy I predicted, but that's some off-field stuff. So I wondered about that. But obviously they're not concerned. They're bringing him in.
They don't care. They need defensive edge. Like,
they're
literally depending on Matthew Judon, and he just fell flat. So
he keeps his nose clean and off-field stuff. This could be a really, really good pick, but he has to take care of that part.
Yeah.
I like it.
Seems like there's been some reaches. Yeah, I mean,
I thought what the Jags did was a bit of one. You just stayed at 5. You'd have been fine. You had a choice of several good things. You could have got Will Campbell to help out Trevor Lawrence, who got almost murdered last year. You think protecting him is a good idea? Apparently not, because you didn't get a tackle in this opportunity. You went and got Travis Hunter. No offense, but that's who you went and got.
Well, I think everybody thought Travis Hunter's the best athlete in this whole draft.
Fair.
The best player in this whole draft, right?
But can he save Trevor Lawrence's life? That's my follow-up question.
I mean, they just got. You can now pair him up with BTR, right? Brian Thomas Jr. and you got him, and you know, and if he plays defense, like, you know what I mean. Like, also, you got to think like they need somebody. They're about to build this new stadium in Jacksonville. They need somebody who can put butts in some seats, and he's going to do that, whether it's either side of the ball, right? So
good point.
You know what I mean? They're struggling, like their old stadium struggles to have people in it, much less a new stadium. You know, So I think they did that for several different reasons.
Yeah, and bring a Florida boy home too. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? And why not take the best player in the draft? He's the best player. I mean, hands down in the draft.
And he's the local too, so you bring him back home too. So there's a whole bunch of good stories behind that. No, I totally get that.
It's marketing. It's mostly marketing and like praying the guy he be a defensive back and a receiver. Like Jacksonville need a franchise player. Besides Trevor Lawrence, even then Lawrence is fine, but like
I mean, T-Law hasn't produced like he's supposed to either. He's he's not the guy that everybody thought he was going to be. Right when he was coming out the draft, they said this is Andrew Luck 2.0. Peyton Manning, and we haven't seen any of that. There's not. Yeah. He has not progressed.
And even then, at worst, he's just a decent quarterback. That's overpaid.
Yeah. Now he's on his third head coach.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'd love to hear who you guys like here. I got a pretty good feeling who I think they're going to take here because they made some offseason moves where they had some issues with their D-line. They resulted by bringing in Josh Sweat, which is an awesome move from Philly, from the championship Philly team. They brought in Calais Campbell. and Tomlinson, Dalvin Tomlinson. He moved around from the Giants, and I think Minnesota. I think he went to as well for a while. But the secondary part has been an issue there, and they haven't really solved that. This is a good spot for Will Johnson. What do you guys think about that?
For Arizona, yeah.
Or who, if not him, who do you like instead?
Yeah, I like. Yeah, I mean, to be
Arizona
honest with you, I'm not in
available.
depth in as far as like who is who. So like that's not my. But you know,
I love him.
they need some secondary help. They need a little bit of everything in Arizona.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like offensively they're okay, but defensively, they definitely need to fix some of the secondary.
Yeah. I get a feeling coming off of them that they're kind of content with some of this stuff on their offense, on the offensive side. I mean, McBride overshot his coverage last year, so they probably love him. Having Connor and Benson, I like Trey Benson a lot. How much I like him is another story. So having them together,
Harrison Jr. didn't have like the year everybody thought he was going to have, but he's still a very good caliber. He's still going to, the year 2 will tell us a lot.
And Michael Wilson is decent on the other side of him. I mean, I don't really have a problem with him really. I thought he did admirable considering what's going on at a quarterback. So it's like they probably can try to roll with that same offense again. And they may add a couple of improvements here and there, but
I think either O-line or secondary, right? Like it's got to be O-line or secondary.
I think it's going to be secondary. They're not picking on Matthew Golden. I don't, if they do that, that's like wow, y'all really messing up right now. But they showed them on the screen. ESPN just showed Matthew Golden on the screen. I'm like, don't do it.
No, I don't think they're not going to take another receiver 2 years back to back like that. Maybe.
Don't you do? I don't know what they would do.
I like the Raiders. The kid, the running back out of Boise State, Ashton. That kid's going to be something special, I think. And
Jordan and Shane called that one. I didn't think they were going to do that, but they called it.
Tackle Walter Nolan out of Arizona.
That's what they got. Man, you ahead of us, brother. You get all the good stuff. We even get it.
Hey, brother, that's when you got the notifications on the Twitter. You know what I mean?
I got Twitter notifications. Nothing's coming up for me.
Oh yeah, Walter Nolan, out of Ole Miss.
That's a good pick. That's good.
I mean, he can learn from Campbell, right? Like, you know what I mean? Campbell's like 20 years in the league, so that's somebody he can learn from.
Yeah,
he can push for some work here. Well, his position's DT. Tomlinson kind of has that locked down, look like, but well, guess we'll see. Maybe he can eventually replace him. Okay.
Here's a stat for you that Bill Yates just tweeted out. Jalen Walker becomes the first player from University of Georgia that the Falcons have taken in the first or second round since 1966.
All right. Wow.
Yeah. I like the Colts getting the kid out of State, the tight end as well. I like that move.
I like it, man. I didn't think that would happen because Loveland was the one that was getting a mock to him the entire year. So when Loveland went early, I told JC, I said, watch, they're going to get Warren instead. Loveland already went. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
They said a Colts tight end hasn't had over 500 wide receiving yards since 2018. So.
Here's the thing, though. Who's going to throw this man the ball? Warren is a stud. Who's going to throw him the ball?
Good question. They don't have a quarterback on the roster. They don't
That's
have
my
question.
They have a glorified fullback as quarterback. And
that's what we're talking about right now. That's what's happening right now. Those are our options. I just don't see it.
He's an ATH. When AR is an ATH. You know how like in college football you just have when you play the video game you say ATH athlete and you just keep to pick whatever position that's Richardson. Except for the difference is you put his overall quarterback and it was like 35 instead of you could have put him at wide receiver.
I just can't wait to see Daniel Jones in the Colts outfit. Let's go. That man is probably going to get 15 interceptions, 3 lost fumbles and cut by week 8. Let's go. And at week 13, because Anthony Richards is going to probably get injured by like week 5.
I don't know how he's going to be the starter after all that happened last year. I think he lost his team by taking himself out of games.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's the starter this year. I don't like Daniel Jones for that either, but I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they pull it off.
Did the Colts fire their head coach, or is he still there? Shane Steichen still there? I can't remember.
Steichen still there, along with Ballard. I'm surprised they got Ballard.
They gave him a vote of confidence. He's still there. They like him a lot.
Oh yeah, and Ballard and Chris Ballard's still there. This is their last year. This is their last year. If they don't turn around this year, it's over.
And I was telling the guys that the Giants, exercised their 50-year option on Kayvon. So that defense is going to be strong for a little bit now, which is good.
Bengals got to go offensive line too, right here, right? Like they gotta go deep. They don't have a defense.
If you say offensive line or defensive line, I'm gonna nod my head yes to whatever you say, because they have not done either one of them very well in a while. They spent like $89 million last year, and you can't tell me where the money went.
Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow.
No, not that. I'm talking about on the O line and the D line. And you can't tell me where. You can't show me the evidence that they spent money on the O line. You can't show me one place.
I mean, they have been paid Anderson, and he's their best player. He's their best defensive player. You know what I mean?
He's hanging around. I don't think he's paid yet, so I'm like, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
he's waiting after the draft. I'm like, this is going to be really interesting.
Yeah. Also, I got a spoiler for the Bengals pick. They're addressing something they desperately need.
How are you guys getting spoilers ahead of me? Can we get on the same page, please? So I won't look like an idiot out here.
I don't know what they're picking yet, or what they picked yet. I haven't got that.
If JC keeps calling and stuff before it even happened.
Ari Malvo is getting on the picks before us. That's the thing.
Malvo? Who's that?
Ari, the My Sports Update guy.
Oh, okay. That's awesome, because I want to be where you guys at. You guys know before they even pick them. Like,
I follow Rap Sheet, and Bleacher Report's been putting it out. So
yeah, and they definitely need help in defense. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Help me out so I can stay on top of this, because I need to be on top of this too.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Man, this is funny, man. This is a good draft, man. I'm really shocked by some of these guys that are falling. I'm like, wow.
Pass rusher Lamar Stewart with the 17th pick.
Wow. Why?
Hubbard retired. And if this could be Trey Hendrickson's last year, so
I know, but it's like there's so many things. It's like, okay. He got the traits, man. I mean, his sack numbers sucked the past 3 seasons. It's like you want this guy for pass rushing, right? So he got the gifts, man, but something else is just not. It's not hitting. I don't know what it is, but that's why people had him drop so far. But he's 17. That's higher than what I thought he'd be at. So I thought he'd be a little bit lower, like in the 20s. Wow, it's amazing. Okay, well.
Yep.
Living and dying with it, man, because they haven't been winning in the trenches. And that's why Joe Burrow is throwing for 5,000 yards every year. His arm's gonna be a spaghetti noodle before the season's out.
They're gonna have to win games 45 to 35. You know what I mean? Like that's just how they're going. 41 2 type.
That's not duplicatable. So you got to take care of business in the trenches, man. So I don't know what's happening, but I hope this turns out well. I didn't hear great things about Stewart. Wow.
Well, I mean, we don't really know any. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really know anything. We don't. Like, that's what's great. It's like, I
love it.
Like all any of these guys could be something, and none of them could be. One of them could be something. So And it's just like we did this on my podcast a couple of weeks ago, where we just went back 5 years and like top 10 picks. And 4 of those guys, 3 of those guys, you know what I mean, or something. Half of them are misses. Go 10 years back to 2015, and it's just like half those guys didn't amount to nothing. You know what I mean? Like you just don't know tonight what they're gonna be. You know what I mean?
We get it wrong every year.
Yeah. And I don't ever. I'm the type of person I never like when it the pre-draft talk, all this stuff. I don't believe anything happens. I always say there's more smoke screens. It's more smoke screens than at a Snoop Dogg concert. So that's.
I like that reference. That's good. most definitely, man. I like that though. Seattle's coming up next. So, answer me this truthfully: is my boy Will Johnson getting the job or what? Is he signing a W-2 tonight? Or what's going to happen here? Is he an employee of the Seattle Seahawks, or is he still on the street, unemployed? This man should have been picked by now.
Probably on unemployment office, like waiting for a check.
Oh. In favor of who, man? Who they picking over him right now, man? Come on, man. This is the opportunity right here. This is it. These guys that I like.
I think they got to go defense too, right? I mean, their defense isn't.
Yeah, they got to go defense. They need a lot of stuff too, but that's another story altogether. But yeah, they got to go defense without question.
I think the Steelers are going to get Shedeur Sanders. The way this draft's falling.
Yes.
They mock him that he's not far off. He ain't going to Denver, and I doubt he's going to Tampa either. So yeah, that's a really good chance. The Hawks need a lot of stuff, man. They need O-line help like you wouldn't believe.
Surely they're not going to draft right now either, right? Like you wouldn't think. Just paid Sam Darnold.
Come on, man. Will Johnson be a great. Will Johnson, a great fit for this team. Great fit for the Seahawks, man. I hope he gets the job. Right now, I don't know what's going to happen, but this is a good spot for him, man. This should be great. My next one tonight. Good stuff. That's a good notification.
What's that series? 2-1?
2-1.
I don't know what happened. Detroit. I couldn't watch it. I don't know what happened last night. It's crazy. Ian Rappaport is talking about the Seahawks are open and moving back, and so are the Buccaneers. Oh, brother. Moving back for what? Oh.
It's because they don't like the players available. This draft isn't that deep as far as
Will Johnson is amazing, dude. I mean, this is a non-biased, non-Michigan comment. He's probably one of the best, if not the best cornerback in this draft. How do you not like him? I don't get that. I love me some Mike Green, but it's too early for him still. I like Mike Green a lot, man. Wow. All right, man. I ain't getting the notifications yet. Y'all got something? I ain't get nothing yet.
I ain't got nothing yet.
Seattle's not. They're not trading out. They're clapping.
No, Gray Sable.
Ooh, I love that. You saw that early though. North Dakota State.
Yep.
I like him a lot. Man. I got to see tape on him. He's fantastic. I didn't think he'd be going as early though. Wow. Sam Darnold is going to be a happy camper because he needs this kind of help.
Yeah.
The O-line was not great. So
and Sam showed at the end, right? Like cost him millions of dollars by having shit games. He had an offensive line that
What's up, Shady? Thanks for jumping in, brother. Appreciate you so much, man. Drop your comments and questions, your insights and scenarios. Drop them in the comments, man, when you get a chance. Thanks for watching and listening, brother. Appreciate you. All right, Seahawks. All righty. Not bad, man. He's good. Watch some of his tape right quick. If you guys are on ESPN, they're probably going to show some of it. They got him as a tackle, but I think he's going to be playing as a guard, though. Are they going to show any tape? They're going to show him at his house, though. Here we go. Oh. I like him, man.
I really think, I mean, if you look at it, Pittsburgh's going to get Sanders. I mean, right, like you got Tampa, Denver, Pittsburgh.
You're going to find out if they're like Sanders or Dartmoor. You're going to find out at 21. You get ready to find out. Check out Xavier Val. Check him out. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at him. Pushing these boys around. They ain't get no leverage on him. Look at this. Look.
Yep.
Watch this. Look at this. Nothing happening, bro. You ain't get to my dog. Nothing's happening.
Yep. I don't know. Your dog might be a second round pick.
He might fall to the grave, but we need a corner.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. The Cleveland Browns are like the draft day movie. They're doing dumb shit. Let's go.
What do y'all see? What do y'all see that I can see, man? I don't like the y'all see until I can't see, man. This is just weird to me, man. I need to be able to keep up with y'all, see what's going on, man. What y'all seeing, man? Help your boy out, man. Don't leave me out here hanging, man.
The Browns going to trade up for Sanders. Is that what you're saying, JC?
Which one?
Are you saying the Browns traded up?
No. They're making comparisons to what they did in draft day. That movie on draft day.
Oh, that's not a good comparison.
Oh, the movie sucked.
That's not a good comparison.
No, what they're doing. Yeah, what they did in the movie, they literally drafted like some random running back, like in their stupidity of like the Browns being the Browns. They're just dumb.
These Browns won't do that. I think they recognize that jobs on the line out here today. They can't mess around like that. Man, some good guys are going forward to the second round, man. Our first rounders. This is going to be fun. Tomorrow is going to be fun. I'll be definitely locked into that, man, because some first round talent falling right in there.
Yeah. Browns may think they can get a quarterback in the second round, right? I mean,
why not?
Yeah.
It depends on who you want. The guys I like are going to be late anyway. The guys I think are the best fit for us, they all late anyway. They all like late second, third round, stuff like that. None of them are in the first round potentially anyways, but we're just the guys that I like. But I don't know who the Giants like. But we'll see them. Trey Sable.
Yep.
I like
At
him.
least it'll be for tomorrow. That's the thing.
He's going starter. No doubt about it. I like him. All right, now I ain't see no spoilers, man. You got to send me down the right path, man. I ain't getting no spoilers now.
no, I don't got nothing.
Yeah, besides Sabo, like.
Yeah, I like me some Gray Zabel, man. I'm glad for him, man. Love to have him on my team, but that's not going to happen. All right, man. So we going good. We at 2 hours and 13 minutes, and we're already at pick 19. Not bad. I thought it was gonna be a 4-hour show. Like, man, nah. Yeah, we're gonna do better than that tonight.
Yeah.
They cut all that in between stuff out. That's the good thing. There was too much of that action going on. I'm like, man, just go ahead and make that pick and stop playing. I won't be 1 o'clock in the morning listening to y'all talk about some nonsense. You want to see them? Let's go. The Bucks picks in. Who you like here for the Bucks, man? Because honestly, I feel like even though they've been doing well in the division, they've been getting by in that division because the division is weak. They need a lot of stuff. They got one center on their roster.
Yeah.
In mind too.
Receivers, yes, but like defense, their secondary needs help.
Well, what's the point of that move? Because they got 4 guys that they kind of trust in that wide receiver. So you think they're going to add another one?
Godwin, you got to think Mike Evans is up there in age. Godwin's coming off injury.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this secondary. I'm like, I ain't trying to give Will Johnson. I'm trying to give Will Johnson a job. I'm just saying, it's like, y'all must like Jamel Dean's work last year. I wasn't feeling.
Junior.
Yeah, I mean, they gave him the biggest deal in NFL history. No, they love him, but Jamel Dean didn't get no money like that. I don't think they like him that much. Shador's not going to no Tampa Bay. Y'all need to quit this. Stop showing him. He ain't going to no Tampa Bay. I'll fall out of my chair if he gets drafted by this team right now.
Nah, Baker's been that dog for them. Like he is the, you know what I mean? Like he is done for that.
I don't know what they're doing here. I think it needs to be secondary.
Yeah. It's just a weird pick. Like, why Buka?
Unless they like Jahad Campbell at at linebacker.
Yeah.
Unless they like
wide receiver. Okay.
Who?
I told you they were going.
How y'all see? Will y'all tell me how y'all seen this before I see it? Emeka Abuka.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I told you they were going to go wide receiver. I called it.
That's a shocker. Now I'm like, okay, so when these boys
going
to
play secondary that much? That's the thing. Like, do they trust those idiots that much?
Shepard is hardly play. I mean, if Evans and Godwin are healthy, Shepard's going to hardly play himself. I don't include McMillan. McMillan been helping him out when the guys were injured. Now you bring in Egbuka now. When he going to play?
But like I said, Godwin coming off of ACL surgery towards ACL late last year, so he probably not going to play most of the first half of the season.
Yeah,
you got Mike Evans is back. He's on the back nine. I mean, he's been in the league a long time here.
I thought he had a full year recovery. It hasn't been a year for Godwin.
No, Godwin got hurt last year. Late last year.
I thought it was early. Last year. No. Okay.
Nope. Maybe like mid-season. I mean, but you just never know with ACLs. And like I said, Mike getting up there in age too. So now he can mentor the young kid. It makes perfect sense.
All right. I'm here for it.
I think the Broncos take a running back here.
Here's my only question. Let's get into Denver in a second. I want to ask you about Tampa Bay. Y'all feel like offense was the problem last year? For a team that was that close in a weak division, where y'all were winning almost by default.
Yeah.
You think you need to be worrying about right now?
It's the NFL.
Is that what lost you?
If some of their other receivers get hurt, maybe like Jalen McMillan has shown stride.
If you feel like they're trying to say, you know what, the defense is okay, it's fine. That's what that pick said. Like we're good there. I'm like, are you?
Yeah, they'll probably address it in the second round.
Yeah, I like the pick. Really, I mean,
I like Abuka. I like Abuka.
You know what I mean? You can't ever have enough weapons. It's like money.
I ain't got no problem with that either. I'm with you on that one. I give it that. No disagreement here. Broncos are up next. They got 3 minutes and they haven't put their pick in yet. What are they doing?
I think running back.
Running back,
receiver.
I wouldn't trust their running back core either. Have you seen the depth chart?
Yeah, they don't have. Javonte Williams is gone. They don't have a running back.
They need running back.
You got McLaughlin. There's no way they think he's going to be their one going into. There's no way they could possibly even think that. So they definitely got to do something. And they're losing out. Cornerbacks are sitting back out here again.
Yeah,
cornerbacks
That
are
and
just
tight. Oh god, that and tight end. Like Evan Ingram.
dropping.
They
Ew.
Is
just
Will
signed
Campbell
Evan Ingram.
is Campbell and Barron going to even stay in the first round? It's just
So
not
far.
looking good for them right now.
Yeah, Broncos just. I think Broncos. They could go running back and or
This is a big leap for them to. You
They
think
could
about
use
that?
a wide receiver too. Like, I mean, you know, Cortland Sutton, like, they don't have a lot of depth there.
They brought in
Broncos-
Sherfield. They brought him in for depth from Minnesota, but they got Troy Franklin of Oregon.
Yeah.
They drafted the year before. Mims was saving their bacon last year. To be honest, he was operating like a wide receiver one last year.
Yep.
Even more than Sutton was for whatever reason. Veli is a guy. He had some catches that were huge for them, but I don't know how you categorize them. But they got wide receiver help already. I don't know what you need to be thinking about that right now with this pick. I wouldn't touch that right now.
I think it's gonna be running back. Like you got to think Sean Payton's offense, like what he likes. You know what he likes to do. You know, Alvin Kamara. You know, before that they had the likes of him and a couple other. You know what I mean? Like he's always had some good running backs. So
yeah, I like that. They got some deficiencies, I think, at left tackle. They got to do something there. They can wait to the second round. If they have a pick in the second round, they can do that. A lot of talents, guys like Ursary and some guys are still there, but they got to address the tackle. Right now, they have one viable left tackle on their roster. That's not going to get the job done. So they got to address that for sure. But, so you guys are thinking running back, huh? Got any running backs in mind? You think Denver's going to take here? You guys,
That's one available.
Best available.
Yeah, best
Is that
available.
Amarion? Who's that?
Probably.
yeah, I think some people had Judkins. I think he was more of a second class.
He's a stud. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they got Amarion's best available according to Mel Kiper.
Yep, pick it in.
Wood Johnson, man. I'm partial to Wood Johnson. I don't want to hear no slander about no Wood Johnson. That man's bomb, man. I love him.
Ooh. Jadee Barron from Texas.
Good day, Barron. All right. This is a smart move. Pat Surtain got the other side locked down. Bringing a guy like Barron. Impact player. Great hands. Top speed. Elite speed. Ball hawk. Even does well as a blitzer.
Wasn't Surtain Defensive Player of the Year? Right?
I think so. I thought so. If not, he was a runner-up for sure. I thought so. And Barron's an excellent tackler on top of that. So ain't much that he don't do well. So
and they got Riley Moss. Riley Moss isn't no slouch, you know.
This is a fantastic pick. I like it. Will Johnson to just fall and breaks my heart, but it is what it is. Why they booing the Broncos? The Broncos don't even play the Packers.
Yeah, they beat us in the Super Bowl, brother. We don't forget.
Yeah, I still remember that.
Yeah.
You still remember that?
Of course, funny story. So I was in the 5th grade in that Super Bowl. I'll never forget. I stayed the night at my cousin's house to watch the game.
Oh.
All I packed was my Packers stuff. So I had like my Reggie White jersey. I had to wear
Oh,
that
wow.
shit to school the next day.
You're old.
And what do you know? Everybody's like, the Packers lost. The Packers lost. Like, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah.
That ain't how you want to hear about that. Huh? I hear you, man. Oh, wow. That's funny.
Yeah.
Man, I had all these notes and stuff, but man, all stuff coming on my head. I ain't using no notes. All that paper and stuff for nothing. Just goes to show you, huh? I haven't seen any of his tapes. This will be my first time seeing it right now.
It's got to be. They got Pittsburgh going quarterback, right?
Huh?
Pittsburgh's going quarterback.
I think I was seeing this with Monday Night, man, on the little preview show that we did, man. Talk about a team that's desperate for a quarterback. They're openly desperate. Look at who they got going right now. They got Mason Rudolph going right now.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have to get a quarterback. I ain't saying it's got to be here, but they have to. They have to do something. So this is, I think, in my opinion, with the guy they're bringing in at wide receiver, you seen them, like Metcalf. Got Pickens there still. He ain't going to block downfield, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got these guys, offensive talent you bringing in. You got to do something. They have a quarterback to throwing the ball. So it's not Skylar Thompson and Mason Rudolph. So I think they got to get a quarterback here, man.
Mm-hmm.
They got to do it. Is it Shador? I'm going to go with Shador here.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tomlin can handle that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody gonna talk about Shador's personality, but Tomlin can handle that. And I don't think Shador has like this, personality either. Like, he met his father, like it's a chip off the old block. You know what I mean? Like his dad's a Hall of fucking Famer. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like he's okay.
Yeah, Tomlin's a good coach to handle all of that extra stuff. He'll diffuse all the drama in press conferences and stuff. He ain't gonna let all that stuff get crazy. He won't let it happen.
Yeah.
So
I just hope that
the Giants, the Browns, probably all gonna try to get back up in the first round. Go ahead, call the Packers. We'll take it.
Or get a quarterback when they fall.
Oh my! No! Get Shador Sanders. Watch the fans. Watch the meltdown. Let's go.
I mean, I don't.
Like,
a lot
he's
of the
fine. That's the thing. Like, he's the second best quarterback in that class.
Yeah, but they've been mocking Dart for a while because they didn't think he'd fall this far.
Oh my God! Please get Jackson Dart. Let's go.
They passed on him.
God, he's terrible.
They got Derek Harmon instead. I scooped y'all this time.
Ooh, oh my God!
They got Derek Harmon from Oregon.
Good defensive tackle. That'll work out. Thankfully, that'll work out.
Wow. They passed on Shador. That's funny to me. Wow. Okay. I like Harmon though, man. I like Harmon. There's some challenges with him though, according to the scouting report. They say he doesn't seem to have quote unquote elite traits, and he hasn't been like consistent pass rushing and stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. But gosh, they said pass on Shador. It's funny. He made a draft about Shador, man. Just say the Steelers picked so and so. Don't say they passed him. It's not about one player. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So Derek Harmon, he's kind of linked to the Packers at one point too. Like they looked at him. I wouldn't mind taking him.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to Baltimore, but didn't make it that far. So look at the guys. Look at the guys to the left, man. I mean, 22, 23, 24, 25. None of them are taking quarterbacks. 26 maybe to back up Stafford, but that's a gamble. 27 is not taking a quarterback. 28 probably not taking a quarterback. 29, 30, 31, and 32. This man might fall out of the first round.
Yeah. Also, they don't have a second round pick.
Who?
Like the Steelers, they don't have a second round pick.
Oh,
the dumbasses. Oh my God.
So there's a chance here. This is gonna be funny. I want to see how our fan base reacts to this. If he falls out of the first round, we ain't trading back in. and we taking this guy at quarterback probably with a second round grade. Most of the Giants fans I know will be happy with this.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Wow.
So Ian Rappaport, I was just listening to this real quick. I gotta hop off here, boys. But I was just listening. I was listening to Ian Rappaport. He was saying that the Pittsburgh was split on Moore or Harmon, like 50-50.
Wow.
That's it.
Oh, that's good stuff though.
All right, boys, I gotta hop off here. I'm gonna.
Yeah, man. Hey, thank you, brother.
Appreciate you,
Thank
Mr.
you,
G,
brother.
for coming in and I'm gonna get my plug in. Please follow me at the Bodkin Show right here. We talk all things sports. And plus, we got our own little MMA show. So if you're into MMA, please check us out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, drop your link in the comment section for you bounce all the way out. Like on your YouTube channel, drop your link inside to stay back and find your stuff, man. Please, all right?
We'll do.
Thanks, brother.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, Chargers are gonna pick. They might go offensive line or like
they need a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think defense because like build up the trenches.
They need O-line stuff too, man. They're not that's not solid. They brought in Mekhi Becton, which is good. Rashawn Slater's out there, but in Joe Alt, they might be content with that, but I don't know if they are. I mean, knowing Harbaugh, he's probably going to try to strengthen some things at wide receiver because Quentin Johnson probably needs to be pushed. Mike Williams is not the answer out there sometimes, so you know, I don't like either one of those guys. I like Lab McConkey, but as far as the other guys, I'm care for them, so they may.
Yeah, the other guys are like.
One thing I think they're not going to do is get a running back. I think they're going to be. They ain't going to do any of that. But
oh my God, they dropped the running back. No.
Yeah, defensively, they could use a lot of help there. So you might be right on that. They may be going defense. Guess we'll see. But well, Shador is still out there on the streets. Wow.
Yep.
He is still out here on the streets. It's just funny. Second round would be amazing. I can't wait for that. What I'm seeing now, this would be great.
But still, why would they get Trey Lance? Trey Lance? Why?
Trey Lance.
I think I think the Charger got on Trey Lance for some reason.
For what?
No, they signed him to a $6 million contract.
What?
Yeah, the Chargers.
For what?
They like reached like a $6.2 million contract because like the Cowboys like.
I don't think Dallas even paid him that much, did it?
No, like I think they picked up one of the options. I'm like, what? Why? Huh?
I don't think Dallas even paid him that much. It was a backup for his entire career.
No, he was supposed to be the starter for San Francisco. Then he got injured multiple times. Then Brock Purdy came up and was like, and San Francisco traded a lot to get him. Like if Brock Purdy hadn't came out and did what he did, like people would have fired for that move. Like we haven't even seen much of Trey Lance at all. God, they're just milking this clock. They're like, we're gonna milk the clock, boy.
All right, so looks like the bolts are on the clock. Yeah, I think the feel like defense is what's need to be addressing right now.
Hopefully.
Especially at linebacker too. I ain't super thrilled with the tight end situation either, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Tyler Conklin, man, I just let him go for it for a reason.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, like God, Kyle Conklin, just meh.
Yeah. So World District was great, man. They about to tick off of the clock. They haven't made their pick yet. They think about it. It went to 0.
They're just wasting time.
Man. Appreciate you hanging in, man. Anytime you got to bounce out, it's all good, brother. But thanks for being in here. Appreciate it.
No problem. It's either or just watching this alone, but I'm just,
yeah.
Like it's better to watch it. It's better to watch it with anyone else. But like,
I'll probably be here. Probably be up after this for a while. Just have to wind down. So.
I might wind down. I might wind down when it's over, or like after the Eagles made their pick. The pick is in. And the Chargers. It's still disgusting to say LA Chargers.
The one thing about this, I'm interested in seeing what happens with round 2 in those first 2 rounds, because the Browns pick ahead of us. And it's like if Shador falls and Dart falls out of the first round, the Browns pick first.
I'd rather get Shador than Jackson.
Yeah, but the Browns are not picking for us to do that.
Yeah.
The Browns pick at 33, we pick at 34. And the Browns, their quarterback situation is not great. So they may pick a quarterback right there. They may end up being Shador.
Maybe.
If they do that, then we're not getting him. We're going to end up getting somebody else.
Yeah.
Like a Dart or somebody else. So.
Oh, God.
So interesting to see what happens here.
Ooh.
Chargers got their pick here.
Amari and Hampton.
Okay. I'm shocked by this because they got 4 guys on the roster that they seem to like.
Najee Harris, Hampton.
Well, no, yeah, they got Hassan Haskins from Michigan. Then they got Kamani Vidal, who did really good last year in limited time.
Yeah.
They got somebody just they must not trust Najee Harris. That's all. That's all it's supposed to mean.
Yep. Like, it's very interesting to see.
Okay. Man, Harbaugh's all about run game and defense, man. That's what he's about. So I ain't super shocked by this, but
Packers are up.
yeah, what are they doing? Let's take a peek here. I know a good buddy of mine. He's live on his channel, and I know he wants to get wide receivers. He doesn't like the ones that they have. So you see, that's what happens. I don't.
Yeah, the right receiver room was good, but like some of them have like injuries.
I don't know what they're doing here, but
Probably defense, because like their defense was solid. Like it at times it got rough to watch.
and they moved out a lot of guys like Zadarius and these guys that they were the main things back there. So I mean, Jai Alexander's still there, but I don't know how much they trust the cornerback position. Maybe this is a good spot for Ward Johnson. They can use some pass rush help over here too. So they got a couple of things they can be doing. Which one are they going to pick? I don't know, but I'm going either cornerback or some pass rush help.
Yeah.
And I believe Jahad Campbell is still hanging out here. He might fall into the second round too. Love to have him on our squad, but the chances of that happening are slim to none. We doing good, man. We at pick 23.
Yep.
This is almost over.
Oh God.
Next clock is still going. They deciding what they're going to do, huh? They're not sure what they're going to do.
Yep.
Wow, look at all those
They're
people.
probably going to draft They're probably going to draft Campbell because like
They could use them. Look at all those people out there. My goodness. That's crazy.
Yep.
They representing for that draft, huh? I love it.
Yep. They want their guys.
They ain't got their pick in yet, huh? This pick better be right, boy.
Yeah.
These boys out here they rabid. They are ready. This pick has to make sense. Oh man, I'm curious to see what they're gonna do. I'm very curious here. Man, the second round is going to have so much massive first round talent in it. It's going to be crazy, man. Mike Green is still off of the board.
Mm-hmm.
Jahad Campbell, Matthew Golden is still off of the board. Shador Sanders still off of the board. Malachi Starks is still off of the board.
Yeah, it's getting rough for those guys.
Nick Emenwari is still off of the board. The second round is going to be amazing. Honestly, man, the teams that are left in here, I don't think any of them are taking a quarterback. Minnesota, Houston, the LA Rams, not really sure about them. The Ravens, the Lions, the Commanders, Bills, Chiefs, and Eagles. Who's taking a quarterback in that group? Except maybe Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. They're still keeping Campbell down Stafford.
Yeah, I know, but that's for like 2 more years, I think.
Yeah.
Would they draft a rookie to get behind him now? I'm just wondering how they would do that. They're the only team in that list that should take a quarterback.
Probably during the second or third round.
Shador's not going that long. He gonna be out of there. I don't think he's gonna get past the Browns or us early on. One of us is gonna take him. All right, Packers pick is in. Will the crowd be happy or will they be super mad? I see their pick. Look what it did. My guy's gonna be so happy. He wanted a wide receiver so bad. They finally got one. Matthew Golden.
Oh, they got the wide receiver.
Matthew Golden.
Golden's up the board. I actually might need to go soon. So
yeah, man, that's fine. Thank you for jumping on and spending time with me, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I got it from here, brother.
Right?
You too, brother. Thank you, man. Good to see you. All right, Mr. U is solo for what looks like the rest of the first round. So pretty excited about this. This is going better than I expected. And the Packers are up to the podium right now to drop that 23rd pick. I already saw it on social, so I know who it is, but you'll see it momentarily.
Particularly since we are the only community team in the NFL.
All right, so I guess from this point, I'll sit here and watch and see if my guy from Michigan, what I believe is one of the best, if not the best cornerback in this draft, if he's getting the job tonight or if he's waiting until tomorrow to get employed. And that's Will Johnson. Big cornerback. I mean, he's He's smooth in coverage, man. He's a ball hawk. He makes the right moves, makes the right decisions. There were issues last year a little bit, but I think a lot of it was injury related and not a lot of other stuff. For me, I think this is a huge deal for him to get on a good team. He got size and got ball skills. I'm excited to see what happens. So hopefully he's getting the job tonight. That'll send me to bed happy. But if not, he'll be employed tomorrow for sure. So we're watching that. Congrats to Matthew Golden. He's a Packer. Jordan Love is going to love him. No pun intended. Great route runner, great hands, speed, yards after the catch. He's elusive. All the things you want in a wide receiver. So Jordan Love is getting his man today, and it's going to be good. Got some friends who can't stand the current wide receiver crop in Green Bay. They don't like Dobbs and Watson and Wicks and Jaden Reed or McCall Hardman. So they're really excited about this young man. Hopefully they're not putting all their eggs in one basket, but they like him a lot. So hopefully we'll see how this turns out and how he helps Jordan Love and the Packers in that really tough division. So we're excited to see that, though. But happy for the Packers fan. They got their guy. They're cheering and they're happy about it. I love seeing that's better than booze. Still don't know why Goodell is hugging people. He is not their friend. I don't understand this. He is not their friend. He's ownership's friend. He is not a friend to these players. It's amazing to me. But so Matthew Golden is off of the board. I can take him off my board now. So I'm looking for Will Johnson to get a job. And maybe Shador Sanders gets a job with one or two teams early tomorrow evening at pick 33 or pick 34. So we see what's going on. The Vikings already made their pick. They ain't messing around. The Vikings got several needs, even though they did well last year. Several things need to be addressed there as well. There's some issues at quarterback. And depending on where J.J. McCarthy is with his health, I know that he was having some issues with his weight. So if he's healthy and he's well, they'll roll with him, and he'll be the de facto starter if he's ready to roll. They made some moves at running back, bringing Jordan Mason in from San Fran to back up Aaron Jones. Got Will Freeze, a guy that I want to definitely have from the Colts. They got him at right guard. Brought Ryan Kelly in also from the Colts. So they bolstered their O-line a little bit. Of course, they got Jefferson and Addison still holding it down at wide receiver. Jalen Naylor's been a help out there too, so that's really good looking. Then they can stand and do some things at tight end, but they may not make that kind of pick here. Defensively, I think this is where they have some opportunity. So my name they have here, a name that you know that you probably think are pretty good, like Byron Murphy Jr., Harrison Smith, Isaiah Rodgers, where they brought him in recently. I think they should be looking at linebacker here, but I think Jahad Campbell will be a fantastic addition to this team. My prediction here is if they're not going to bring in Will Johnson, I will bring in Jahad Campbell here from out of Alabama. He has range from sideline to sideline. You want to see that in a linebacker. Great speed, excellent physicality, great bursts, all the things you want to see in a linebacker. He knows how to finish on the ball. I mean, he's always in the right spot. I mean, he's a really smart player. Plays off ball and plays on the edge. I like him. So I think this is a good spot for him, but is that who you're going to take? Well, I won't spoil it for you because I already saw who they're taking. And it's not Jahad Campbell. It is a good pick nonetheless, though, but it's not Jahad Campbell. So stay tuned for that pick. The Vikings pick has already been made and reported. So they'll be announcing that momentarily. I'm taking that guy off my board because he's been picked. They prioritize in the trenches. It's a good situation. So congrats to the Vikings for this pick coming up momentarily. We're getting down to the end of the draft, and there's still a couple of guys that were locks to be first rounders, and they're potentially not going to be picked. So this is a very interesting situation, to say the least.
So there's some reaction from the crowd. First, some celebrating for the Lord. Goes to Minnesota. Minnesota Adam Schefter has breaking news for us. Checking what the Brady said this would be the quarterback range. The New York Giants have just traded back into the first round.
The New York Giants just traded back into the first round with the Houston Texans. Well, in case you guys are watching us and still listening, the New York Football Giants, my team obviously, just traded back into the first round with the Houston Texans. They traded their 34th pick, their 99th, and a third in 2026. So they're here for a quarterback. I said this on Monday's preview show. They're not trading back into the first round for anything but a quarterback. Now the question is, which one? Is it Dart? Is it Sanders? I know it's definitely not Milroe. Not here. So it's either Sanders or Jackson Dart. Who are they trading back in for? We're watching for that right now. Well, I know who our quarterback is. Oh, my God, Jess, where you at, brother? They're going to a commercial break, but I already know who the quarterback is. I already got it scooped. So we know who our quarterback is. I'll be taking that man off of my board. Wow. Wow. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, so I'll just wait until you get the chance to see it yourself. This is an amazing situation here. In case you guys didn't check it out, we gave up our second round pick and our round 3 comp pick at number 99, and a third rounder from next year's draft for 2026. to move back into the first round here at pick 25 with the Houston Texans. So not a big haul. What it does is it gives us a chance to get the quarterback that the franchise wanted, and we only gave up 2 picks this draft to do so, which is not a bad situation. So that puts us at about 6 picks total in this draft. So not bad. We still got the 65th, the 105th, the 105, the 154th, the 219, and 246 still. Unless we trade back and amass more picks. We have 5 more left. So not a bad situation. We're going to be doing a whole lot of undrafted free agency work for sure. I can tell that already. But here we are. We got the guy that we wanted. I'm okay with this. When you hear it announced, you may feel differently. Love to hear your thoughts. Hit us up on the live chat and in the comment section if you're still watching and listening with us. Let us know what you think about this pick that the Giants is getting ready to reveal to you right after this commercial break. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on this one. My whole draft board is radically, everything is just scrambled. The things I thought were going to happen, none of those things have happened. My boy Will Johnson is still out on the street. Shador is still out on the street. Jahad Campbell hasn't been picked yet. This is a prototypical linebacker for the most part, stud, and he hasn't been picked yet either. James Pierce Jr. is still hanging out there. I thought Mike Green was definitely a first rounder. He may be. Watch him in Philadelphia with that last pick at 32. He may end up going to Philly if he's still there. I wouldn't blame him. But
again, we are waiting for the commissioner to make the announcement right now. The Giants who picked up number 30 in this draft, taking Abdul Carter, the defensive end out of Penn State. This was how many of the Giants fans definitely hoped the night would go. You have a pass rusher early, find one to get the corner that you want. A little bit later in round 1, it appears that's what they have done. So we are looking for the commission on the announcement here. It comes out to the stage.
Here's the announcement, official. Tell us what you think about our pick.
With the 25th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Jackson Dart.
License plate guy is happy. Oh my goodness.
72 touchdowns, finishes the school's all-time leading passer, surpassing.
Looks like the Giants finally got their quarterback, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody said that Jackson Dart was going to go before Shador, and we all thought that person was crazy. That person turned out to be right. This is outstanding. John Mara, Shane, and Dave Ward are all happy. And late breaking news, guys, the Falcons just traded up to pick 26. What are they after? Well, we know it's not a quarterback. They got 2 on the roster with Cousins and Michael Penix. So they trade them to get somebody. Who is that? We'll find out momentarily.
I like Jack Starks. I love Shador. We'll see how it works out. The quarterbacks didn't drop a little bit. How about the quarterbacks right ahead of Brett Favre, Dan McLaughlin, right ahead of Brett Favre, Joe Montana, Jack Thompson, Steve Fuller, right ahead of Joe Montana, EJ Manuel, right ahead of Tito Still. Great players for Brett Favre.
This feels like this is the Brian Daboll pick right here. I know that a lot of experts, including Mel Kiper Jr., love Shador more than Dart, but Brian Daboll was a Dart guy from the beginning. We heard it. in little news and little clippings and just some chatter coming out of the Giants organization. And they wanted, well, Daboll wanted Dart, and that's who they got. So he is tied to Daboll's success and continuing to be the head coach of the New York Football Giants. So everything is riding on Jackson Dart. But having Wilson and Watson back here to kind of, did I say Watson? Wilson and Winston are here to kind of provide some leadership will be a big help. But we got our QB. I'm not mad. I'm good with it. If Daboll and Sheen want to get their chance to get their own quarterback, John Mara gave them that chance. This is who they got. I'm good with it. They went back into the old Miss Chill again. Eli came out of there, and now they got Jackson Dart. I'm good with it. I told many of y'all on the preview show and even on several T3 episodes before we got today, I said that the one thing that Daboll is going to do is find a quarterback that reminds him of Josh Allen, the guy that he coached and led, and Shane was a part of that organization as well. You're going to find somebody that's close to that. I had two other guys in mind later in the draft, but Daboll was a Dart guy from the beginning, and he sees trace in him as far as that dual threat capability. Daboll got the guy he wanted. You know, people don't like it. I know my partner on Big Blue Lifers is probably not happy right now. We'll talk about it when we do our show tomorrow. But honestly, it's ain't no big deal to me. I think this is a good thing. They got the guy they want. Now get behind him, give him what he needs, give him the protection that he needs, give him the weapons that he needs, and let's go to work. It's time for the Giants to get back to doing what they do best, which is winning, being competitive, playing smash mouth football, being tough and hard-nosed like New York City is, and showing that on the football field consistently game in and game out. So I'm excited. Let's see they do what we hope they're going to do with this incredible pick via trade. Wow. They traded up to get him. He's a wrecking ball, a bull in the china shop. James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee. Explosive guy. There's some areas that may look like a lack of athleticism, but you can decide that. But he plays big. He has the ability to have double-digit sack potential. We've heard that a little bit from experts and analysis. Man, he wreaks havoc on the football field. The Falcons need somebody like that in their locker room. So I'm pretty sure that there's room for him to come to Atlanta and be an impact player, maybe even right away. A day one starter, it wouldn't be impossible. I mean, they just got Jalon Walker, so they got him out here, and they're going to have James Pierce Jr. They're going to have a formidable defense. So I'm excited about it. I like what they got going on, what they're building so far. They need to keep going. Some defensive holes still there, but this is a really, really great situation. So excited to see this. This is good. Good for the Atlanta Falcons. The Ravens are up next.
He's got the speed to chase down any quarterback in the NFL. He's got the power to collapse the pocket inside out. When he wants to slant down the side on blood stuff, he blows up everything. Everything track that ball. One side of the field together.
Anybody know how much the Falcons gave up to make this trade? Oh, already got it here. So check this out. The Falcons just traded up and got James Pierce Jr., the edge rusher from Tennessee. Had a fantastic year last year. They traded up with the Rams, and they gave the Rams their 46th pick, their 242nd pick, and a first in 2026 just to get this pick, the 26th pick, and a 101 this year. That was a very, very, very pricey trade. A 2026 first round pick. That might come back to bite them. We'll watch that as the year goes on, but to give a first up here, that might have been that could have been nasty work for them. We'll find out. That's gonna be a tough one. That was a big haul. The Rams got over on them real good. That's funny though. Now I'm looking to see where the Falcons pick again. Atlanta doesn't have they had a pick at 46. They're probably way too late to get the guy they wanted, so that's why they traded up. It was a gamble, but here we are. We're coming close to the end of this. We got just about 6 more picks left, guys. So thanks for hanging in and watching and listening. If you haven't been doing so, hope you're enjoying the content so far. This is our first time doing a live draft, and more than likely, this is probably the last time that we do it. So this is going to be history for us. I'll be looking back on our YouTube channel with fondness, looking at this episode and just kind of going back through it, all the memories and the feelings. This is history for us and for me personally. So appreciate you guys that are helping us out with comments and questions and dropping your thoughts on the social media platforms. So thanks for tuning in and watching this. So we're excited about it. We're almost done. We're closing out as soon as the 32nd pick is announced. We'll be going off air. So thanks again for listening and watching. Of course, if you haven't been on our YouTube channel, we have a lot of content there, not just sports, but a lot of inspiration, gardening, some home tips and things like that. Check us out. Please hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have your support there. It'll help us out with continuing to put out more quality content for you guys to consume. So we thank you again for continuing to support what we're doing here and what we're trying to accomplish in the future. Big things are coming. We've got some big ideas and some big plans. For you subscribing to our channel will help out with that greatly. So thanks again for doing that and for listening to the show and our YouTube channel and watching us. Definitely appreciate that. We're on a commercial break. We're coming back to get the Ravens pick. I think at this point, the Ravens are at a place where they're really weak at left tackle. Barney Stelly is coming back, but they got some voids there. They brought in D-Hop to help out at wide receiver. Hopefully that pans out. His time with KC wasn't fantastic. They short of the backup position at quarterback of bringing Cooper Rush, which was a really smart move. Not that Lamar Jackson is injury prone or anything, but it's good to have a backup who's confident to be able to lead the team. They seem pretty solid at tight end right now. If I was going to look at some place where they need some help, I'll probably say they could use some help at cornerback. So again, I'm beating the drum for Will Johnson. I'm like, he fits on this team. It makes sense for him to be here. Is that what's going to happen? I don't know. He's a big cornerback. Great movements and skills, great instincts. Plays outside and in the slot. Will he be a big help here? Will the Baltimore Ravens see that and pick him here? We'll find out momentarily, but the pick is in for the Ravens, and we'll see what they do here.
In the 2025 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select.
Wow. Ravens pick Malachi Stark out of Georgia. Fantastic safety prospect. I mean, he's He's definitely a first rounder in my opinion, anyway. So it makes a lot of sense there. In a Bulldogs defense, he split time at nickelback and safety. No, quick feet. No, he's great at coverage. Definitely a ball hawk, consistent tackler, which is really important. Definitely will be important in Baltimore too. Man, and on top of that, you don't hear this much, but outstanding leadership and character during his time there. Uh, he's versatile, man. He's going to be a big help in Baltimore. Where they have him play, they may have him play in different spots in Baltimore, but guess what? Good size, good talent, maybe even considered elite talent. So this was a good pick for Baltimore. Kind of hurts that Will Johnson still didn't get picked, but it is what it is, right? A great pick by Baltimore for taking starts here.
Play the ball and make plays. What he lacks is speed and athleticism. Makes up being able to key and diagnose quickly. This is a football player that very football character. So he's got to seem the key. He would fit in Baltimore and some of this safety stuff, right? There's a lot of bad things. We've got process quickly. It's not kind of isolated one-on-one. When you got put those kind of situations, that's where you see something offense speed basically dominates. And I don't mean efficiency. Okay, he's 4'5". One thing he doesn't have rules and cover skills down the field. That's why he was taking his one-on-one with the solid thing. That's a nice fit, though, with Bell. Real nice fit. That's the both these safeties drop on this far. Of course, offensive guards and areas, the only ones are actually the offensive guard spot. So they're in a pretty good spot. But no, these two offensive spot. Keep them on the areas. One, pick up that 6 right. It's a 38 game moves up to the 2025 season. You can build better than what being around a guy like Tom. There's no question about it.
They mentioned about how he starts going to be paired up with Kyle Hamilton. Like that's a really, really good point. A good pick. So tripping about Goodell hugging these players. He is not your friend. That's the ownership's boy. He don't care about y'all. That's funny. Gonna hug every single one of them. Like he's their best friend. It's time to negotiate contracts. Wow. All of my leg work, my analysis, all my first round stuff, I'm not even using most of that stuff. The guy's not even in the first round anymore. They better fall out to the second.
Vibrating off of you. That was quite the hug with Commissioner Goodell. How do you describe what's going through you right now?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
This Ravens defense was a force down the stretch last season. What would you bring to that secondary?
I move around. I play at a high level coming for the University like Georgia. I'm just ready to go play ball. It's my dream.
Love seeing these young guys excited about football. This is great. I think he's going to be great in Baltimore. Keep your eye on Malachi Starks. I think you're going to see a lot of great things coming out of him. The Lions picks is in, so hopefully you can hear it because the Packers fans are probably going to be booing so loud, probably can't even hear the pick. All right, so what do the Lions need? What do you think they need? In my opinion, because Hutch is coming back from an injury, they need to have some help on the edge for him. So getting somebody there, either the backup or on the opposite side. I know Davenport is there, but you might want to consider defensive end here. I don't know who else they're going to pick, but I just kind of feel like out of all the things that they have going on, wide receiver could be an area of help too. But I think they need to get some kind of edge help. Defensively, they kind of had some lapses last year, especially in the latter part of the season. So getting some guys that are going to be consistent back there. I mean, they just signed their free safety with a major deal. So I think they're going to be good with Joseph there. But on the other side of the defense, on the line, you can use some help there. So this should be some kind of edge help. Interesting pick. This man was not on my big board, but Kylie Williams, Ohio State. Probably why he wasn't on my big board. But he's going to a team that cares about defense, so this could be a good spot for him. The Packer fans are not going to be enjoying this pick, but decent pick for the Lions.
There are 4 picks remaining in tonight's first round, as apparently belong to Buffalo, then Kansas City, then Philadelphia. Will Shedeur Sanders hear his name called tonight? According to our
4 more picks.
there was only a 3% chance he'd be available.
So at this point, we're at pick 29. The Commanders are on the clock. Then the Bills, the Chiefs, and your world champion Philadelphia Eagles. So, who do you guys think are taking who the Commanders taking, who the Bills taking, who the Chiefs taking, and who your world champion Eagles taking with this first round opportunity? The guys that are still on the board, I doubt Shedeur Sanders is going to any one of these 4 teams because they all have solidified quarterback situations. No need for them to bring in competition there. So Will Johnson is still left out of Michigan, cornerback. Jahad Campbell still left, Alabama linebacker. Wow. Nick Emenwari is still there, South Carolina, safety as well. Mike Green, fantastic edge out of Marshall. I really like him a lot. I'd be surprised if he gets out of this first round. I think the Eagles are going to take him there. And then after that, guys that are kind of fringe first rounders. Josh Simmons, Ohio State, to tackle. Really gifted left tackle prospect. I like him myself, but he's not available to us. But maybe if he falls to the second round and we are around, wait, I think we're going to be, we think we lost our pick, but Donovan Zerku, Boston College, speed rush guy. I think he's going to be there too. There's some talent still left. All in the first round. We got four guys left to pick. So the Commanders, the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Eagles. So we're keeping eyes on that. See what happens on this other side of this break. Stay tuned, everybody. This has been a fun draft, guys. Thank y'all for watching and listening and for continuing to support what our dream was for doing this show in the first place. And for those that are not aware, don't mean to sound morbid or anything, but this is the next to last show on May 1st. It'll be our very final episode of that Thursday night thing. It's been a fun ride. I'm not getting out of podcasting, just doing some different things. Hopefully, you guys will be sticking with me and supporting me in our new ventures and the new areas that we're stepping into. If not, I totally understand, but I'm appreciative of what you guys have done for us up to now and just excited about this. So this has been fun tonight. I'm excited about seeing these last 4 picks. And then after May 1st, we're moving into a brand new era. Hopefully some new things will work out for us, some new goals that we have, and we'll just see where things go. So we're excited. So thank you for continuing to rock with me. I definitely appreciate it. All right, so we're sitting in. The Commanders made some really big moves in the offseason. Javon Kinlaw, Debo Samuel from the Niners, and Laramie Tunsil are among a few of those names that they brought in. And the Commanders are on the clock right now. What do they need? I got a feeling that they probably need to be thinking about what they're going to be doing with running back. But more than likely, that's probably not going to be the emphasis. But they need to be thinking about it, though. Austin Eckler is not getting any younger. And Brian Robinson Jr., he's decent, but if you can get a stud at that position, it'd be helpful. Some help at right guard would be great, too. Interesting. I like Connolly a lot. If you can, check out his tape and watch what he does out there. He's a fantastic option for a tackle. I think this is a good pick. Hate to say our rivals are getting better, but Connolly makes them a better team today. All right, 3 more picks in.
Those feet right there on that EP, the tackle slanted down inside. He took that away. He got back out. He's got nice feet, heavy hands. Got you off the ball. Look, you nailed it, bro. What are you going to do? To make sure Jaden Daniels is straight. Make sure that he got the people who can get off the ball. But you let me tell you straight from the left tackle. Damn probably the right guard, right forward, right tackle. Let's put the right tackle, go inside the guard.
Will Johnson is still unemployed. I can't believe it. Jahad Campbell still off of the board. Still on the board, excuse me. Mike Green still on the board. Those are 3 names I just knew would be getting hired tonight, but you only got 3 teams left. And the Bills are on the clock.
This is a team that has done as much winning as any team ever without taking it all the way. 78 wins, including playoffs. On that 2019 is the most in a 6-season span without making a Super Bowl appearance. I think it's in the league. So it's a bit of with Fake Break. They've been very, very good. They need something to put them over the top. What is it now? Got cover. They got cover guys on the back end. You got Will Johnson. All the medicals good. Will Johnson's a top end 15 player. No doubt about that.
You know, Kuiper's saying what I'm saying. Will Johnson makes his team better, and they need him. So that's also a benefit. You need help at running back as well, and some wide receiver help, but really cornerback help. All right, we're looking for Will Johnson to get his new work assignment today. He ain't playing for us, but he's playing for a New York team, so I can cheer for him a little bit, right? Go blue, baby. Come on, Will Johnson. Get this man in Buffalo so you can go out here and show out. If you guys are watching and listening for the first time, excuse me, we're at near the end of the first round. So y'all was going live all the way through it. So when the 32nd pick is announced, we'll go ahead and sign off. But thanks again for those that are listening for the first time also. Next week is May 1st, next Thursday. That's our very last show for that Thursday thing. So we love it if you guys to show up and kind of just chime in how you enjoyed the show, share some memories with us, and just talk sports and talk post-draft with us. Help us close out this incredible journey with a positive, with a bang. So definitely appreciate you guys on that one. But we've been live. Some friends have jumped in the studio with us and helped us out in the comment section to kind of share some analysis and some thoughts and scenarios about the draft. It's been fun. My first time doing this. Might be the last time I ever do this again. I guess we'll see in the future, but this has been fun. So hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. Thanks again for watching and listening. Check us out on YouTube. A lot of more draft stuff on YouTube as well. Please hit the subscribe button. Keep us going and keep us sending out quality content to you guys to consume. So thank you again for your support on all of our social media platforms, especially on our YouTube channel as well, though. Thank you very much for doing that. And the Bills pick is in. I've been kind of getting ahead of it and getting the spoilers beforehand, but right now I don't have that. Now, this is yet to be reported yet, but it looks as though the Eagles are trading out of their pick and they're on the clock right now. So that's a shock. The Bills did the same thing last year, didn't they? This seems familiar to me. So the Eagles are trading from 32 into this pick, if I'm not mistaken. That's from Ian Rappaport. Oh, okay. Maxwell Harrison. All right. Why are they letting Will Johnson drop? What is happening? I'm not aware of any kind of lasting injury. Why is he getting snubbed like this? What is going on? Okay. So that report from Rappaport is legit, but it was in the wrong place. So the Eagles are at 32 right now. They are trading out of that pick, but they're trading to 31, one pick ahead where the Chiefs are. So they're swapping places. So the Eagles must want somebody they think the Chiefs are going to get. I can't imagine who that would be, but the Eagles are trading out of the 32nd pick and also giving their 164th pick to the Chiefs to move up one spot to get to 31. So he must want somebody really bad to give up their 164th. Excuse me, which I guess would be theoretically their 4th round pick, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, probably the 164th, the 4th round. Not sure if it's a comp pick or not, but again, the Eagles are trading from 32 up one spot to where the Chiefs are at 31, and they're giving the Chiefs their 164th, their 4th round pick, in order to get to 31. So they want somebody really bad. Let's see who it is the day after. So we'll report that as soon as it comes through. Your world champion Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock. Who are they taking? All right, the pick is then for the Eagles. All right, I got the pick. This guy's, I've been talking about him most of the night. For the Eagles to get him, why am I not surprised? But this was a fantastic pick, though. Surprised that the Eagles got it, but the Eagles are always really smart and savvy about their draft picks, and they got a guy that's helped them immediately and fills the need and solves some problems. Once you see it announced, you know what I mean, and you'll get why. So the world champion Eagles are getting stronger tonight with this pick. We got to see Harrison's bright jacket first before we find out what the pick is, though. Okay. Oh, brother character.
What is Buffalo getting in you? Buffalo again, the ultimate competitor, the ultimate teammate, and they're getting somebody that can get Josh Allen the ball back.
All right, JC, I hear what you're saying, brother. This is not the end of the world. This is not a bad pick. Hopefully, over time, you'll see that. But honestly, a lot of folks didn't want Sanders, and that's for a lot of reasons. Hey, I ain't jumping off no buildings, man. I'm good. We had a good draft so far. All right, the Eagles are coming to the podium to hopefully make their pick. Hopefully without much fanfare. This is a really good pick. Very good pick. Oh, a commercial break first? Wow. You probably can see on social media platforms what the pick is by now. This guy's a stud. Wish we had him on our team, but that was not to be.
Making their face is gonna stay like that. Look at my car insurance. USA, rent policy. You should membership with your mom so she can share with you. Easy. USA. Check if you're eligible today.
In case you guys are just following, quarterback from Colorado, Shedeur Sanders, is still off of the board. He was much predicted, anticipated that he will come to either the New York Giants or the Pittsburgh Steelers, or even perhaps a dark horse with the New Orleans Saints at number 9. Well, we're at pick 31, and Shador is still sitting in the room waiting to be picked. The likelihood of them picking the Chiefs picking him are almost a non-starter in the conversation. So he's guaranteed to fall into the second round. I'm not sure if he's going to go beyond that, but he's definitely going to be a second rounder. The Browns pick at 33 at the start of tomorrow's draft coverage. Will Cleveland take Shador there? We'll see.
Official fan base. Let's hope it's a new world. Hey, it's time to get to hang out with NFL fans all season long. See you on game day.
All right. Final 2 picks. We're back in. Okay. So the Eagles gave them their 5th. That was a 5th round pick. So it wasn't the 4th, it was the 5th round pick. And their 32nd overall to get up one spot to 31.
Tomorrow's storyline is from the Eagles pick. Here comes the division. Eagles. The 2025 NFL Draft. The Philadelphia Eagles select Jahad Campbell. At the age of 16, playing high school ball in New Jersey.
Jahad Campbell. Been talking about him all night. Alabama. Linebacker. Explosive. Tall. Rangy. Came into Alabama as an edge rusher. Moved into linebacker because they had so much edge help already. Side to sideline guy. Excellent speed. Physicality. Eagle came up big with this pick, so this is good.
It's an athlete. It's another weapon they can add to their defense. It's lost some guys up front. They lost Bill Williams. They lost those guys. Now, the back end, I got to play safe. Something going on with that ball.
One more pick left, and that's the Chiefs pick, and the pick is in. After this pick, we will.
In their sub package, but he's got nice high side and bends and pulls on the quarterback. You can see why on some of the tape when he was playing off ball, right? And he's coming downhill and he's taking on linemen. You can see the shoulders that he didn't have that same pop and he's able to get off and get people off of him. But picture this, he's healthy. Both of those, those shoulders are straight. This is when they stole in the second round, because he was coming off an injury, he did that, and he was in the back wall. You remember that? All right. So again, Howie Rose, I think all the same that way. Yeah, and you know what he does better now. If you get the Jahad Campbell, like I said, after 21, and after for the injury, would have been time around 12 to 10. And like I said, they can wait for it's not one shoulder, it's two. Not exactly the shoulder. Wait till it's completely healthy. Shoulders are 100% before you get back on the show. They can wait it out. You mentioned Howie Roseman. That was the Eagles' NFL hockey 11th trade involved the first round pick. since he took over in December of 2015. And he is standing by now. And when I say he, John Campbell is standing by with Molly. Who has the business takes us down to the state. Molly.
The defending Super Bowl champs just traded up for you. How will you repay their belief in you?
I can give you 110% everything I got in it. You know, Richard, he's got rich.
You told me that this week felt like an out-of-body experience. What is it like standing up here as the newest member of the Philadelphia Eagles?
That's it. I mean, what can I say? E-A-T-L-E-S. Thank you. He already knows. Molly, he already knows. Such a great moment. Again, a young man who suffered those injuries, thought he might have to wait until tomorrow night. And here's his name called again.
This is awesome.
Well, the Eagles tried trading up earlier in the draft to go get John Campbell, and the trade fell through, but they were able to persevere and trade up one spot.
Goodell's hugging folks again. Goodell is not the friend of the player, the friend of the ownership. He's not your friend.
20 picks in the next 2 rounds to use in that division. And now they get a player who is no mention, could have gone 12-15. Didn't have the trade up on his shoulders. He's going to need surgery on another shoulder, potentially after the season. He's got a knee issue as well, but the talent is undeniable. No question about it. That's feels a little bit like a deal, and that feels a little bit like why and Howie Roseman is a legend of the perfection. So you see there's Kansas City, there's their legendary coach, Andy Reid, and then we'll make the final thing of this first round. So confident to do that. They've won a bunch of Super Bowls in recent seasons. Mel, what does this team need? I look at this team, we know about injuries, right? How about Josh Simmons for Ohio State? That tackle was playing great football, so he had the knee injury. I saw the ball in Oregon. Could have been a top 5 defense pick. That tackle, right?
All right. The Chiefs are up. Last pick of the draft, y'all. Thank y'all for continuing to watch and listen. For all you guys that showed up for us today, thank you so much for doing that. You never know how much it meant to me for you guys to be here and help us out with this live draft special, this first time event. I'm not sure if we'll ever do it again. I won't ever say never, but this was intended to be a one-shot deal, and this has been more than what I expected. Thank you guys for supporting us. Josh Simmons. Good pick. Very good pick. Josh Simmons is a solid player. Okay.
San Diego State and Ohio State, right? First year there with the Buckeyes. This year, he was off to the races. They missed 9 games. We're hitting up against some really good hits. So it solidified him. I think it's a top 5 pick. But he missed those games when he got hurt.
Wow. This was fun.
Last year, we 13 against Michigan. Flex, Ben, Punch, Reader, Anchor, full reaching, cutoff. He could do just about anything you wanted to do. There was hard to you were nitpicking.
Well, guys, I just thank you. I really appreciate this. In case you guys were not aware, this was a special episode we wanted to try to just do. I wanted to see how it would be to kind of dig into this and be interactive with you guys and have a live draft special. Been gearing up for it for months, and it was more than what I expected. Appreciate everybody that came out. I know a lot of people were doing their own live draft specials and stuff, and they weren't able to join us today, but no worries on that one. I was glad to do this with the people who decided to help us out and be there for us. So thank you. Next week is our final show of a final episode of T3, that Thursday thing. But it's been a great run. I don't know how much sports I'll be doing in the future, but we'll see. We are pivoting a little bit, but for the most part, It's been a fantastic ride. I learned so much and met so many awesome people like you guys. So thank you for listening again. We're going to go ahead and sign off. The last pick is in. The first round's in the books. I'm not sure what kind of coverage we're going to be doing for the rest of the draft. Maybe some videos here and there. But for the most part, I want to get a live first round drafting with you guys. And you guys helped me accomplish that. So I just want to say thank you. No fanfare, no outro music. Just want to say thanks. Have a fantastic day and hope you enjoy the rest of the draft. Hope your team does well. Look forward to seeing you guys during the football season. Have a fantastic day. Thanks, guys.